Okay. Hang on, give me a moment. I know we're live. Just give me a moment. Let me tweet the new link. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
Sorry.
No, let me just tweet a new link.
Were you able to enable comments?
Yeah. I checked it on YouTube. I think we can comment like now.
What YouTube link are we using? Because
oh, sorry. This one. Can you check it? I think I closed it. Okay. Oh, sorry. This one. Yeah, the comments work now.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
There's one person watching. I think that's
everybody.
Me. I'm sorry. There's one person watching. I think that's
everybody.
Me. I'm sorry. There's one person.
I like how you're on repeat.
I know.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, stop about it. You're fine. All right. Did you tweet it?
Yeah, but I don't think they saw it. Oops. Let me add a follow-up tweet. Are you not able to do that if, are you not able to enable comments if it's scheduled or something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, oops.
How do you mute YouTube, though? Because, I'm trying to get rid of the echoey thing.
Hang on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Click on the... Jay, click on the volume button.
I did.
Oh, hi. We have 2 people.
Hi. Thanks for joining us for those who are. Sorry for the mishap.
I'm going to start crying soon.
Thank you for taking your time with us today. Bear with us.
Sorry, just give us a moment. I don't know if more people will be joining. We have 12 now. We hit your goal.
Yes. My goal is 10 people for those who are curious.
And yes,
we just went down to 9. Okay. But anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We're the Potato Jijis. And yeah, we just thought it'd be really cool to have an end of the year chat with everyone on C-dramas, CNT, all that jazz.
Yeah,
and so we're just going to wait for a couple more people to come.
Yeah. I wanted to say, you keep cutting me. No, I wanted to say, we will be covering, the popular C-drama, so don't worry. Are we waiting?
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
This is so weird. Are we waiting?
Are we? Do you want to just go into it?
Yeah, we have 20 now. That's that's your goal.
That's double my goal, yes.
Shall we start?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. Yeah, so hi everyone. So thank you for joining. And the comments, so sorry about what happened earlier because the comments were disabled, but they should be working fine now. So yeah, just okay, sorry, awkward moment. Yeah, so just leave us your comments as we go along. We'll be covering the year-end review because a lot of people asked for that. So we'll be covering some of the popular dramas, some of the ones that we watched, as well as the ones that were well received, and also what else will we be talking about? Oh yeah, and some of the trends that we actually saw this year. As well as some of the actors and actresses that came up, and so because it's year end and we're going into 2021 and we're pretty excited for that, so we're going to be covering some of the dramas that generally people are looking forward to, as well as we are looking forward to for the new year as well. So yeah, oh okay.
Sit back, grab something to drink, because this is probably going to be a really long live stream, but feel free to leave us any questions or comments as we go along. We're going to try and cover as much as we can, but we don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. So if we don't get to your questions, we're really sorry about that in advance.
Yeah, and if we are like rambling on certain things, like feel free to let us know, because yeah, I mean,
this is our first time doing something like this, so it might be a little bit rough.
Yeah, and if you can't hear us or anything, just let us know. So yeah, like what Jay said, we do have like time limits, so we're like expecting to for this to run kind of like a couple of hours at most. So if we can't get to anything, we don't hate it. It's just, you know, we don't have time, so we just wanted to put that out there.
Yes, and another quick disclaimer: we are not in the industry. What we're sharing is more our observations and our personal opinions. We don't know like the inside secrets or anything, so it's just us chatting with you guys.
Yeah, we're saying this because like there's going to be quite a lot of stuff that we really want to cover under, why am I hitting my bed? Okay, there's going to be quite a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. That we're going to be covering in the threads, and like because we just kind of wanted to explain to everyone, because I think like you know, with like C entertainment and dramas going so huge right now, a lot of people don't really understand. So yeah, hopefully this session will kind of give you guys better understanding. So yeah, I think we should just go straight into I'm rambling.
Yeah, let's get right into it then.
Yeah, so like for the very first one, we're gonna talk about like the best dramas of 2020, and we're gonna go through like the ones that we watched and we really loved and recommend first. And I think the one that if you follow us, you know, it have gotten a lot of really huge like huge praises and reviews. It's the IT like on series, and in particular like among the two of them, among the series, The Bad Kids and The Long Night. Like these are the two that are extremely well received, especially for The Bad Kids. So both of them have actually they are on the Douban's top 10 list, and we've watched I finished The Bad Kids. I actually didn't complete The Long Night because it was really heavy on the topics, but both dramas were really good. And specifically, I think in terms of like, especially for The Bad Kids, it was really the writing, the acting, and the storytelling, and like just the whole cinematography and down to the soundtrack. So it was like everything that was really well done. And I think for this series, especially because IT launched it this year, the most important thing was because all of the dramas in the series has only 12 episodes, and I think a lot of people, like not just us, like a lot of people really loved it, just because it's short and it's really concise. And yeah, and I think with the trend of this, a lot of more production companies and have been kind of jumping on the hype train and been looking at shorter dramas, which is, you know, something that we're really excited for. And no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think one of the things that's really impressed me about the Light On series was that it was something really innovative. We knew about these dramas when they were first announced, but we didn't know they would be part of one special feature. And I think Aichi really hit something on the head with that. They really discovered something new, and they opened up a new market for these suspense mini dramas.
Yeah, because like I don't know if you guys have noticed it, because after they did that, Youku actually put together their own kind of series, which was completely just like put together at the last minute, because they just pretty much dumped like the mystery suspense dramas that they have under the belt, and they kind of, I can't remember the name, but they branded it like a series and stuff.
Yeah, it was like something suspense series, but they basically just stuck everything under there.
Yeah, because this one did so well. I'm so sorry, we won't be doing a transcript because I think it'll be really long. I don't know if you can do a summary as well, but let us think about that.
Well, so here's the thing. We were going to do an end of the year feature, like a write-up.
Yeah.
So like it won't be a complete transcript of this live session, but it will cover a lot of the similar things. So hopefully if you weren't able to catch this, or if you aren't able to listen, we will cover whatever it is on that end of the year write-up.
Yeah, especially for the dramas part, because I think the year-end review will cover most of like the best dramas and what we really liked and that. So I think you can refer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the other thing that before we move on to the next one, the other thing that I really wanted to talk about is the Bad Kids and the Long Night are actually part of a trilogy. So they're actually based on novels, and they are like the second and third book. And interestingly, the first novel was actually also made into a drama. It's called Burning Ice. For those of you guys who don't know it, I think you can find it on Netflix, but highly recommend it. I think it was out in like 2017, I think.
Yeah. That was when it came out.
Yeah, and it's really good. So basically, I think it's by the same production company as the Bad Kids, right?
Yes.
So yeah, the whole atmosphere and the storytelling and the cinematography are kind of similar, but I think they definitely up their game in the Bad Kids. So yeah, I think, and like quickly answering like a question that we have here, because the next drama that we're gonna move on is actually A Murderous Affair in Horizon Tower, which I absolutely love, and I just like couldn't stop gushing over it because I think it's pretty underrated, and I don't think many people actually watched it. So in terms of how dark it was, honestly, I think The Bad Kids was really dark, and the Source novel was actually a lot darker, but due to like censorship and stuff, so they couldn't really show everything. But The Bad Kids was definitely a lot, I would say a lot darker, just because it dealt with young kids, and a lot of the stuff was how do I say it without spoiling anyone? Just I think the whole setup and the way it was filmed and the soundtrack. The soundtrack was so creepy. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
But I also think I didn't watch this yet because I've been really lazy this year. But from what I know, A Murder's Affair in Horizon Tower also covers a lot more social commentary, right?
Yeah. So yeah, in that sense, it would be like, I don't know how you would define dark, because I feel like A Murderous Affair has a lot of like there are a lot of trigger warnings that are required for this one, because it deals with a lot of domestic abuse, just very strong on the domestic abuse part, and it's really sad and really heavy and hard to watch in that sense. But at the same time, like, I couldn't stop gushing over it, because the main thing for A Murderous Affair for me was it wasn't even on my radar, and I think it wasn't on a lot of people's radars. And when it started, I think a lot of people just kind of wanted to check it out, because it was also a 12 episodes drama, but by Tencent, and they actually didn't promote it that much. And like, on the surface, you wouldn't even think it was a female-centric drama or anything that even covers domestic abuse and violence and all that. But the way that they unravel the story and bring you into each character, it's so good. Like, I wouldn't say the plot is flawless, because I think it's there are definitely some flaws, but I would say, like, the way that they crafted the story, in the sense whereby, like, you could just binge it in one sitting, and it's really hard not to, because each episode kind of ends with a cliffhanger, and it just keeps you wanting to go watch the next episode. Yeah, so I hope that kind of summarizes. And yeah, and I think the main thing that was really like why this one actually blew up a little wasn't because of the shit promoting that Tencent was doing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are complaining about it, because, like, if Tencent actually promoted it more, I think it would have gotten a lot further. But it was actually because, like, when it was ending, right, Jay?
Yeah, it was close when it was ending.
Yeah, when it was ending, a lot of female, like, actresses and celebrities actually came to give their reviews, and just basically said that, and I think because they said that a lot of people realized that they actually touched on a lot of these topics, and a lot of very strong female characters, all in their own way. Because I think the characters in the drama are all they have their flaws, but they're not like the typical, I don't know what you call it, like, strong female leads, but they're all battling their inner demons, and the way that they've emerged and came out of it, I think it's really that's kind of how I was expecting a lot of the female dramas to take on and to tackle, rather than just having, like, a lot of the dramas focus on, like, the friendship and stuff. But I think it's how this group, I don't even know if I'm making sense right now, but
you are, don't worry, you are.
Yeah, no, it's about how, like, this group of women actually came together like, unexpectedly, and banded together. And yeah, I think that was kind of really the beauty of it. And sadly, I think it wasn't what Tencent focused to promote on. and it was really there was a lot of missed opportunity. I feel like I'm really angry about this because there was a lot of missed opportunity. Like, but if you compare to the Bad Kids, I think they did a really good job with promotion for the Bad Kids.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when I asked E what her most underrated drama for the year was, she said it was definitely A Murderous Affair in Horizon Tower. So definitely.
Yeah, just because like I wasn't expecting to love it. Like I wasn't expecting to even watch it, and then to love it that much is really, yeah. It's I really just, I'm looking forward to what the works that the team has to bring. Yeah, so that's the two and three crime dramas, and then like moving on to the next one. I think this one probably a lot of you guys have watched it. It's technically not a mainland China drama. It's a Taiwanese drama, Someday or One Day. And yeah, it started like end of last year and ended its run this year. So this one was really well received. Like it was, I think it's pretty much like the most popular Taiwanese drama in mainland China, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there was so much talk of it, and the actors and actresses when they, oh, it's 1 a.m. over there. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. Okay, yeah, so like just the amount of hype that the actors and actresses got in mainland was really a testimony of like how well the drama did. And I think, yeah, we both watched this and we really loved it. Mainly, it's hard to give you guys like a review of this drama, so
If we had to say one thing, it's don't look up anything about this drama. We're not going to say anything about this drama. Just go watch it if you haven't yet.
For those of you like who haven't watched it, which I'm gonna assume that a lot of people have watched it, but yeah, it's really yeah, I think it's like our romance drama of the year. But in terms of like the acting is on point, and the cinematography and the soundtrack is really lovely, and it just went viral in China. So yeah, really just check it out if you haven't already. And so the last one that we watched and we really loved before we actually moved on to like the ones that we didn't watch or didn't finish but people really loved. The last one is Detective Chinatown. So I don't know if it's popular like internationally, but
I don't think it was popular internationally, but it did really well in China. It was kind of like, it's also technically 12 episodes. But I think it was
I'm realizing it's trend here.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it was actually like the first mini suspense drama that we got this year, and it was really what kind of really took things off. And before the Bad Kids, a lot of people tuned in for the first 8 episodes or so.
Sorry, I was tuning out. I was looking at the comments. I was gonna say, I'm so sorry if we can't answer everyone, but we're looking at the comments. We're just not really good at multitasking. So hi everyone again. But yes. Yeah, so but Detective Chinatown has actually 3 stories. Do you cover that already? No, right?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so it has 12 episodes and 3 stories. So it's like 4 episodes per 4 episodes for each story. And we watched the first 2 just mainly because we heard that the last one wasn't great and it was very different thematically to the first 2, which we really loved. And and it's kind of not exactly related, right? So Jay would actually know more about this because she follows the like the entire universe more closely, because I only came in for Detective Chinatown like through the drama, and then I actually watched the film after I watched the drama. So I don't know this as well, but you don't actually have to watch the film to watch the drama. So I think the characters will appear in the next film, and that's how they're gonna join everything together. But as a standalone, it's still really good. I think it's more of a typical, I would say it's more of a typical, especially compared to like the first 2 ones that we covered. It's more typical of a usual like suspense mystery drama, but and probably a lot more predictable. I'm dumb, so I didn't really see what was coming up, but I thought these cases that they covered was really interesting. So it was like set entirely in Thailand, and I just want to set like a disclaimer for the first story. If you're planning to watch it, don't watch it at night because it scared the shit out of me. Like it was the way they film it. I would have thought it was a horror film, but the way they film it was really really scary. And the first story was something like related to it was something along the lines of like supernatural mixed with crime. So yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to add was just, I think, so for people who aren't familiar, Detective Chinatown is a really popular film franchise in China. And
Yeah.
it's directed by Chen Sichen, who's executive producer for the web drama as well. And what he wanted to do with the web drama was to basically expand the Detective Chinatown universe. And
Mm.
what was particularly interesting to me was for the first two stories in the web drama, they're actually directed by two rookie film directors that he has signed to his company. So he basically had them use this as a way to get their practice with the industry, basically. And one of them you'll probably recognize, the one for the first story, I think his name is Sam Kwa. He is the
wow.
director of the popular film Sheep Without a Shepherd that came out this year, or last year, I guess. And he's also going to be directing Psychologist. Psychologist with Yang Zi and Jin Boran. That will be coming out next year as well.
Yeah, that would actually be really interesting to watch because like he has done a film, and like for this section it was just 4 episodes, which is somewhat the duration is somewhat similar to a film. So it would be quite interesting to see how he would do Psychologist, which would be longer, I would presume. But I mean, adding on to that, like because of that, you should watch the drama. Okay, because of that, I think it's really you can really tell from the cinematography, and the first one was really like just the way it was shot. I'm honestly not an expert or anything, but just the way that it was shot, the angles and the camera work, it was really nice. And I think with all of this, are we gonna go into this later? But with all of this,
we can touch on it here, I think.
We are going to go into this later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just keep you guys in suspense. So that was, honestly, we didn't have a really good year with dramas, but I think out of like the few ones that we watched, there were a lot of really good ones this year. And I just noticed that a lot of them are actually short. So like even Someday or One Day, it was 12 episodes, right?
Someday or One Day, I can't remember how long it was actually.
Yeah, but I know. Okay, it was short. Short dramas are good. That's the main takeaway. So like moving on to the other dramas that people really loved, but we didn't get to watch or didn't finish. The first one was Under the Power. So that one, Under the Power did really, really well with the China audience, and it has a really strong, like I would say, like strong cult fan base. I don't know. Like they're really like the people who loved it really loved it a lot, and I think it was because it was it's a historical romance, and it's how would you put it? It's like light and funny, and I think it does have its serious moments. But it's pretty much like the chemistry between the leads are really well done as well. So it for those of you guys who don't know, it actually stars Ren Jialun and Tan Songyun. So both of them actually had a really huge the boost after this, especially Ren Jialun, because his popularity, he had a fan base, but after the drama hit, he basically became like one of the Liu Liangs.
And we'll go more into what a Liu Liang is and all that jazz later as well.
Yeah, and the second one that really did really well, and I think a lot of you guys have watched it, is Love and Redemption. So this one, it was kind of, was it unexpected? No, it was. So Love and Redemption was based on a really popular IP, but I think it was quite an old IP work. So it's
a popular IP, but like I don't know about you, I side-eyed it just because it was a Huanrui production.
So like like background for those of you who don't know, Huanrui is the agency. Like they are very famous production companies because previously, like in like I don't know, years ago, they've done 步步惊心. No, wait, Scarlet Heart?
No, that was Tang.
Sorry. Oh yes.
Huanrui is what is it called?
Oh, all the Xianxia ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm having a mind blank. Okay, like they did a lot of Xianxia dramas, and basically like they just buy a lot of IP works, meaning like popular novels and animes, novels and animations, and they make them into live action. So they have done Legend of Zhu Xian, Legend of Zhu Xian, and wait, Swords of Legends, was it by them?
Yep.
Yes, right? Yeah. So basically, a lot of them start Li Yifeng because he was previously under them. And and they don't have a very good reputation for basically keeping close to the original works. And a lot of their productions have had a lot of issues with that because of, not keeping true to like the original story and stuff. And just adding a lot of adding a lot of filler stuff because they are a agency as well, and they tend to put a lot of their own people in their dramas, and you will see a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, Love and Redemption, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
at least the first 4 leads are all their own actors. And I think that's one of the reasons why it sort of flew under the radar at first, because the 4 actors that were the leads in it, especially the 2 lead actors, Cheng and Yuan Mian, they weren't that well known before Love and Redemption, but they definitely gained a lot afterwards.
Yeah, so that one actually did really well just because within China, I wouldn't say it's like mainstream popular, but definitely there was a very huge following for the drama, and then afterwards for more for Changyi than Yuan Bingyan, I would say both of them both of them actually had a really good popularity boost. And I think generally, especially for a Huan Rui production, generally I would say I think the production was done it was done pretty well, and like the way that they adapted like a lot of the storylines, it made sense for the viewers. And and the chemistry, the chemistry was really good. And from like what I've seen, there was a lot of praise for like the female lead as well. Although I think they cut that kiss scene out, but there was
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, no, because there was a really like if you guys are huge fans, and I think you probably have seen it. Like there was a kissing scene that was cut out of the drama. That the female lead was actually taking, how do you say, the initiative to kiss the male lead, and that is not something that you usually see in dramas, and it got quite steamy. So a lot of people looking forward to that, but unfortunately they cut that out. But yeah, I mean, just kind of goes to show that the chemistry was really strong, and I think for a lot of like ciencia and like romances, you have to have like a good plot that made sense, and the chemistry needs to be good as well. So that's why this one did really well.
Yeah, and I think wasn't the female protagonist really praised as well for her character?
Yeah, because I think like she actually, because there was like 10 lifetimes, right? And then
I don't know how many lifetimes there were.
10 lifetimes from what I saw. And she was like portraying it really well at each stage. And I think just in terms of, because every ciencia drama has like the character growth arc with, when you start out from a really like an innocent girl, and then you kind of grow to be like this master. So she actually did it like really well. And I think Yuan Bingyan is one of the like the younger actresses that who can act pretty well as well. So yeah, I think it's a really good thing for both of them. Yeah, and the next drama is we're gonna talk about these 2 dramas together
because they share the same scriptwriter.
Yes, which is not great things. The 2 modern dramas that did that people really loved as well, especially for like the first half, was Go Ahead and Find Yourself. So for those of you who don't really know, so Find Yourself aired earlier this year, and then Go Ahead at like later half of this year, and they're both by the same scriptwriter, and unfortunately that also means they both face the same issues. And yeah, so this one was very well loved, and also very well how do you say 吐槽, like
wait, you're talking about Go Ahead, right?
Yeah, no, like both.
Yeah. It was because, well loved, but also well criticized.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah, so first, I think like for Go Ahead, the parts that did really well was the family chemistry, and I think just on the whole theme of family, and you not having to be related by blood to become family. And I think a lot of people really love that, and because the chemistry like from the 3 leads and the 2 dads as well. So Tan Song-yun, I just realized we didn't really cover who. Tan Song-yun, Zhang Xingchen, oh my god, I can't pronounce, and Song Wei-long. So the 3 leads actually like gelled really well together, and along with like the 2 dads, and just this whole family that wasn't related to each other, they actually did really well, and it was a lot of people were kind of praising it. And also because this one came after Find Yourself, so a lot of people were hoping that it didn't go down to shit after that in the second half. And so I'm just speaking the truth, right? So,
no, I agree with you.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of people had hopes, but unfortunately, later on when they actually started to introduce like the romance, and they introduced the drama, and yeah, basically ways to make like the drama longer and the conflicts and stuff. It honestly wasn't very well written, and I think my biggest problem and a lot of people's problem with this drama when it ended was when they ended. Am I spoiling this for everyone? Shoot, how do I say this? Okay, let's just say that the theme that they really wanted to portray at the start, which was, you know, family, like being family without being related, um it wasn't consistent with the ending. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you because I still do think it's a really cute drama, especially the start. But just know that, like, yeah, for the second half, it wasn't really a very fun watch. And I think the same problem was for Find Yourself as well, even though both of us like didn't watch it. But Find Yourself pretty much like it started off really well because the female lead was relatable, you know, at an age where 30s, right? She was 30.
I think she was, yeah.
Yeah, so like there were a lot of dramas on females in their 30s this year. So basically it was just like really, really relatable. And it actually moved really quickly. Like I think we were bombarded by all the kissing scenes and like the bed scenes.
Yeah, there was a bed scene by episode 3, I think.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, wow, you know, like they are moving really fast, you know. And I think like everyone was like really excited for it, and because it was also this one was with Song Qian, Victoria Song and Song Wei Long. So a lot of people like the chemistry between like the younger male lead and the older female lead, and I think this drama was one of the first few, right, that came out with that pairing. So yeah, and like because they progressed so fast, I honestly don't know if like the scriptwriter meant for it to happen or like she didn't know what else to write after that. So like it kind of took a very not a great turn because like the characters went, from what I've seen on reviews, like the characters went really out of character, and yeah, it was and like the resolution, and this is true for like Go Ahead as well. The resolution at the end was so it was just not done properly. Like they just wanted to have a happy ending and they just wrapped everything up without it making sense. And yeah, but you know, I think the reviews for both of this are still okay on Douban, just because like the beginning was really strong. But everyone's complaining about the same thing, so let's just hope that scriptwriter would definitely continue to have more work. So let's just hope that, you know, she's actually taking in the criticisms, because like from the last I saw, I don't think she was actually taking them in.
Yeah, she was being defensive of what happened with her storylines.
Yeah, and I think if like everyone is telling you the same thing, you probably should have a second look at your own script. So let's just hope that, you know, it would be better, like her other works would be better. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking of checking it out, both modern dramas have been pretty well received.
The next one. Yeah, so the next one is I think it sort of suffers from the same problems, but to a lesser degree. So this is Nothing But 30 from Lemon Productions. It stars Zhang Shuying, Tong Yao, and Mao Xiaotong as the 3 female leads. And this is actually one of the biggest dramas this year in China. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we posted this on Dramapotatoe, but there was like a rumor passing along that it was one of the few it was one of the top dramas that actually brought in a lot of subscriptions for Tencent. Like I think when Tencent released their this is public knowledge, because when Tencent released their like year-end report, I think the number one drama that brought in the most subscriptions was Eternal Love of Dream, and then the second or third was, I think, Nothing But 30. So a lot of people were tuning in, and that was on top of like they aired on TV as well, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so and like that online subscription, like the online viewing, is on top of, you know, the TV ratings as well.
Yeah, they did. And I think like one thing that really what made it relatable is because all 3 leads were in their 30s, so they had a lot of female viewers watching it, and really, I guess, relating to the stories and the growth arcs of the characters, and especially I think Tong Yao's character Gu Jia really inspired a lot of people. I know she got a lot of praise both for her performance and for her character on Weibo.
Yeah, we're both so happy for her.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, but so I actually watched this, but I didn't finish it. But so like I think not to the extent of the previous 2 dramas, but Nothing But 30 had a really good like start as well, because like the way the story progressed, and they were actually showing like from the three women's perspective, different struggles that they were going through, because one of them was married with a kid, the other was, I think, just married without a kid, and the last one was not married. So yeah, but there were some issues with this as well, and a lot of people were complaining just because they didn't feel like the, what was it again, like the growth arc, or was it?
So
No,
I
the thriller as well.
sort of finished it. So I watched this with my mom because this was a drama that her friends really recommended to her. And one of the things I personally felt was that it's not that like they didn't grow. They did grow, but not in a way that felt satisfactory. Like it felt, at least for a couple of the characters, it didn't feel like we had moved very far from where they first started, or it didn't feel satisfactory as a drama watcher, I would say. Maybe you can say that it's realistic in a way because maybe we don't really grow in a very, substantial way within a short span of time, but it just, as a drama watcher, just felt sort of flat.
Yeah, and I think because they, especially for Tong Yao's character, Gu Jia, who is really such a strong female character, I think a lot of people really wanted to see a lot come out of that character, but but like without spoiling, yeah, it wasn't really what people wanted to see, and there was a lot of criticism for that. And I think also because they were really just upping the drama on this, and there was a lot of filler. So is this a spoiler if we bring in like the third party?
Yeah, I think it might be. So let's not.
Okay, yeah. So let's just say that they expanded a lot of the storylines that were not really required because a lot of people were talking about it. And yeah,
it's basically to drive a discussion for it. They made things that infuriated people, which worked. It worked really well. Like everybody was talking about how mad they were about a certain plot point in the drama, but I think that also took away from what the drama actually was.
Yeah, and there was too much focus on that, but it worked for them because a lot of people were angry and they were watching to to kind of find out like how it would end.
Yeah, and to vent as they watched.
Like how we were, and it was trending like so many times if you guys were on Weibo. Yeah, so like moving on really quickly, so like the next couple of dramas that did really well as well, and this one actually made it, like all three of them made it to the Douban list, right?
Not the third one. This
okay, sorry. So Yellow's Whispers, which is a Republican spy drama with Li Yifeng and Jin Cheng. And Candor in the Tomb. What was the full name? Candor in the Tomb with Pan Yueming, right?
Yeah, Pan Yueming, Zhang Yuqi, and Zhang Chao. Not the young Zhang Chao, the old Zhang Chao.
Oh, right. Yeah. So and the other one that did really well was also the Lost Tomb reboot.
Reunion the Sound of Providence.
Yeah, that is a really long name. So we just call it the Lost Tomb reboot because the English name is really too long. But these three dramas all had really, I think there wasn't as much chatter on Weibo just because like the discussion wasn't really there, but it did really well in terms of like the reviews and people who were actually watching it really enjoying it. So if you guys are interested, check out these three dramas.
Yeah, and Kingdom of the Tomb and The Lost in particular are two of the biggest IPs, like novel IPs in China, and they cover a pretty different genre. So if you're new to C-dramas, they are basically about tomb raiding. They're adventure dramas, and they're two different franchises, but they're both about tomb raiding. So if you're interested in that, this year we got two pretty good drama adaptations of these franchises. So I think they're a pretty good introduction into that.
Yeah, and there's like another one for The Lost Tomb that's like airing now.
Ultimate Note, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot. Like honestly, there's a lot of adaptations for all of this. Yeah, and then the next one that did well and aired like earlier this year is Skate Into Love. This one is starring Janice Wu, Wu Qian, and Wu Qian, and Zhang Xingchen. So it's on ice skating, and it's by the team of Ashes of Love. And yeah, it's a fun one that was pretty much like well liked and well received by everyone. So just a really fun campus drama that was focused on ice hockey, was it?
Ice sports, I think.
Yeah, right? Ice sports. Yeah, ice sports, because she's a figure skater and he's like an ice hockey player. Yeah, and I
don't think she was a figure skater. I think she was also a hockey player.
No, she wasn't a hockey player.
Wait, let me look this up while you talk.
She's a speed skater.
Yeah, she's a speed skater. Yeah, that's right.
I'm definitely sure that was my unicorn girl.
Yeah.
So this one actually this one did really well because like both the leads had good chemistry, and they're good actors. So it in terms of reviews, like, it did well. And then the other one was I Will Find You a Better Home, which is a remake of a Japanese drama.
Your Home Is My Business. Yep.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so this one, honestly, it's the TV ratings winner for this year. But in terms of reviews, it was kind of mixed. Like, because the scriptwriter, what did she write previously? I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I remember I find a lot of her dramas, like, they're good in the start, but then they just kind of fade out. It's not like they take a nosedive or anything, but it's just kind of like it gets really repetitive.
Yeah, and then I think she like, just the way that she writes the plot and the what do you call it, the characters. Yeah, so this one it's starring Sun Li and
Luo Jing. Yep.
Luo Jing. Yeah, oh my god, I can't pronounce their names. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, so in terms of acting wise, it's definitely up there, but I think just like people's main gripe with it was more on the plots and the plot and the characters. But if you guys are interested in it, yeah, definitely do check it out. I think it's English subtitles as well. But yeah, it did really well on TV ratings. So I think it broke 2%, which is really high for China. So yeah, and the last one that a lot of people loved and it had really good reviews is Winter Begonia. So Winter Begonia is actually the first BL adaptation to actually air on TV, and
that was after it aired on the internet.
Online. Yeah, so usually it went digital first, and then like later in the year, right? It got picked up by TV, and it actually.
Yeah, exactly.
For this one, I think. No, you want to say something?
No, I was gonna say, so this one is by Yu Zheng and the team behind Story Banshee Palace. So a lot of people are looking forward to it because of how well Story Banshee Palace did, both in terms of its quality and also how well it did in reviews too.
Yeah, as much as I would hate the man, but yeah, he I think he really got like the kind of coloring and like color tone and palettes and the kind of production that people really wanted. And I think for that was kind of why Yanxi Palace did really well as well, apart from the the plot and the characters. It was the whole tone and coloring of it and the attention to details and just the whole set. It was really just gorgeous. And the same was for Winter Begonia in terms of like the cinematography, the sets, like just the sets, because so for China, packing opera is something that it's very difficult to like do, I would say, like difficult to act. And I think a lot of the credit for this was because they casted really well as well. They casted Ying Zhen, who just basically, I honestly can't think of another actor who can take on his role, like as an opera singer. Yeah. So I think they casted really well, and like just because of we don't have many dramas or even films for that matter that cover the topic of packing opera, and all of these factors, and then adding on to like the whole BL aspect of it, which is really well received by a lot of people. So yeah, I think that's why the whole drama was really, really well received. I mean, because of all this factors.
Yeah, no, and what I found impressive was, do you remember when it first came out, everybody was like, oh, is this just going to be like Farewell My Concubine, which is the famous Chen Kai-ge movie. But it really it didn't live in that shadow at all. Like it really made itself, made its name for itself, I think.
Yeah, and I've seen like a lot of like the clips and the stills, and they look so stunning. Like honestly, I can't stop like gushing over how pretty it looks. So yeah, in terms of like the quality of production and all, it's really there. As much as I would hate to lavish the praise on a Yu Zheng drama, I actually forgot that he did it. I'm sprating, man. It's her. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of like the ones that like we watched and recommended, and a lot of like the ones that people loved as well. And then like we're gonna quickly run through. I know we're rambling a lot, but we're gonna quickly run through like some of the ones that are either underrated or like unexpected hits.
And one thing I found really interesting about the ones we're about to talk to. So we get a lot of questions on IP adaptations, on why China does a lot of them, but a lot of these underrated dramas or unexpected hits this year were actually original scripts.
Yeah, and like I know a lot of like people like internationally, we do see some people as well, but like a lot of people in China have basically been complaining about the number of IP adaptations that we do every year, because it seems like they're just basically making every novel that did well, or like every animation that did well, into like a live action. And it's like a lot of people have been criticizing them for being lazy and all. So the fact that, you know, in recent years we have seen some of like the original scripts do really well, it's encouraging a lot of like the smaller production companies and a lot of the script writers to really come up and do their own original scripts. And I think a lot of them see this as encouragement. And yeah, and I think for this year, the ones that what unexpected hits are like Run for Young. So Run for Young, I won't go much into it, mainly because unfortunately it doesn't have English subtitles yet.
Not in full. There's someone translating on
wait,
YouTube, but I don't think they've gotten very far yet.
yeah. So wait, I have something. Hang on, let me share my screen. So in case you don't know what we're talking about, and because we're not showing our faces as well, and I don't want to just ramble on and on. Hang on, let me just show the. Oh, am I sharing my screen?
I don't see it on the YouTube. Wait, I'm not playing on the YouTube. Hold on.
Yeah. What are you doing? No, I'm doing the wrong one. Hang on. Sorry, guys.
I'm not seeing it.
No, I took really long time searching, but so I have to show it. Okay, yes. Yeah, we found the drama posters, like, just in case. Can you see my screen now?
Oh, they can see it.
Right.
I can't see it.
Wait, why can't you see it?
I don't know, but other people say they can see it, so.
Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing the comments. I think my StreamYard is lagging. Okay. Yeah, so the first one that we're going to talk about is Run for Young. So unfortunately, this one doesn't have English subtitles yet, and it's not even airing on like Tencent or anything. So they actually aired it on Bilibili and Huanxi, which is like, I don't think anyone even knows what that is.
It's a new streaming platform.
No, we had to Google it because we didn't even know like it existed. But yeah, it was a really special case. But for this one, so it's actually done by a director who usually does films, so Zhang Yibai, and it's set in Chongqing. I'm like really praying hard that this one gets English subtitles, because it's really endearing. And like, it's based on real stories, and a lot of like the stories, it basically follows a group of youths. Yeah, like a very typical, it sounds like a very typical kind of
youth drama.
What do you say? Yeah, like coming of age kind of youth drama. But the way that they shot it, and like the cinematography, it's really nice, the coloring and all, and the fact that it's set in Chongqing, and a lot of them speak in like the Chongqing accent, including Peng Yuchang. I'm pretty sure he struggled like a lot with it, because I think he got a lot of criticisms that he wasn't sounding very.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't very authentic, but they tried their best with the Chongqing dialect.
Yeah. Yeah, but this, like, the craziest thing was because it was actually based on like real stories of like real people, and like at the end credits, like people were slowly discovering that they were actually real people, and they tried to find like the weipo's of like the people who of the people it was based on. But yeah, I mean, fortunately because of privacy reasons, they went off Weibo and stuff, because like some of the storylines in the drama that like I really loved was because it hit really, really hard, and there were really tragic storylines. Yeah, so but overall, like, it's just a very enduring like youth drama that, I really hope it gets English subtitles soon.
And I think one of the things that really stands about it, one is Zhang Yibai, I don't like as a film director. I'll just say that. Like, I don't think his films are good. He's only really well known just because he has a really good network. Like, he knows everybody. Yeah. But his directing of this, I think, was really strong. And I think it's because it's Chongqing, which is his hometown, and he actually got to know the people that the stories are based on. And the other thing is, I think it features a really nice young cast. So it has Peng Yuchang, Zhang Jinyi, who actually made her debut in this, Zhou You, Zhou Yiran, Guo Chen, and Zhang Youhao. And I think it's just, and Liang Jingkang as well. I think it's just a really strong not rookie, but like young cast who are capable of really emoting and showing the bittersweetness of youth. Yeah, I think because like the struggles of youth dramas is always when you cast for the age. Yeah, it's hard for them to deliver the same kind of emotional impact as like the more veteran actors, which is totally expectable. Yeah, it's expectable, even a word. No, forget it.
Yeah, so it's really nice when you actually get like this cast together and all of them can actually hold their own in dramas, especially in the whole drama, and especially for Peng Chang. He's just a really how do I say it? He just makes you cry your heart out along with him. Like he just does his emotional scenes really, really well.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Awkward silence. Okay, yeah. So
No,
the next
I'm sorry. I'm
is like
getting
awkward
distracted.
silence.
No, I'm trying to
Okay,
get
so
distracted. But
yeah,
I feel like that's actually a good leeway into the next one because the next one's
yeah.
also a youth drama.
Yes, I have the poster. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, so the next drama is also a youth drama, and I think this one actually did a lot better. It was really it was more well received than Run for Young, I would say. Like a lot in the sense where it was a lot more mainstream. So a lot of people actually watched this and really loved it. And no spoilers for you guys, but also really wanted to punch something at the
Wait.
ending. What?
Did you mention the name of it?
No, sorry, no. You can see it. Okay, wait, hang on. So the English title is I Don't Want to Be Friends with You, and it has English subs now, like on Viki, I think, like just recently. So if you guys want to check it out, yeah, it has subs. So this one actually did really, really well. So kind of like the same, not the same, but I would say kind of similar reasons why Run for Young did well, because like the cast that they did for this was really good as well. Like the chemistry between the whole cast and the story of. So for this one, it's there's a bit of there's time travel involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it time travel? Like she traveled back in time, right, to meet her
To
mom.
her mother's
Yeah.
school era.
So Zhang Dafei the female lead, actually traveled back in time to when her mom was in school, like in high school. So she was like, I don't know how it works, but yeah. So she had like her own kind of romance as well. So for this drama, like the friendship element was really, really strong. And I know a lot of people were kind of just shipping and like in a friends and as well as romance kind of way, like with all the different characters. And also because there was a really prominent love triangle between is her name Chen Haolan?
I don't remember.
Yes. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So between like the mom character, there was a really prominent love triangle between her and like the school genius, and like one of them was a school genius and the other was like the, how do you call it? Okay, anyway, it did really well. So I'm sorry. Yeah, so no, but the song just like in terms of reviews, honestly, it was going really, really well. I thought it would end up like really strongly because like I've seen so many people I follow on Weibo just like rave about it and like about the love triangle, about the friendships and all. But just a kind of spoiler if you are wanting like a perfect drama, but the ending, a lot of people will not happy with it. Like just really just the ending, just how it ended. So I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, but other than that, I think yeah, it was still a really good one. So I think it made it to the Douban list, which is a kind of a rarity for youth like dramas to get such high ratings. I think it was like 8 point something.
It was 8.3, so it was Run for
Yeah.
Young. And I think like for a lot of people, because I've been seeing a lot of like end of the year best drama picks on Weibo recently. I think despite its issues, I Don't Want to Be Friends with You is still considered by most the strongest youth drama of the year.
Yeah, because like unlike some of the dramas that we covered, like this one was really just the ending, like literally just the ending. It wasn't even like the second half or anything. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe they don't know how to end it or something, but yeah, a lot of people didn't really like it.
She defended her ending, by the way.
Sorry, what?
The scriptwriter, she defended the way she ended it. She said that this was exactly how she had planned it from the beginning. So.
Oh really? I didn't see that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder, like are they just defending because they have to, or like I don't know. Yeah, but I just hope they would, I don't know, improve in their next works. But yeah. Yeah, so the next one is I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch this because like our tweets have always been really well received. So the Romance of Tiger and Rose. I think the only reason why we put it here because it was really no one was expecting it to be such a hit. Like it was because like I think for this, like everyone thought it would be a typical Tianchong, like historical romance drama. So I mean and it really went pretty mainstream, I think, because of the script. It was like an original script, and because the story actually covers like a matriarchy, which you don't really see a lot of. I don't think we even saw any of it. So it covers like a matriarchy that's set in like a fantasy world. For those of you who haven't watched it, like the female lead actually falls into her own script, so it's very fantastical and stuff. And her script that she wrote was set in like a matriarchy where in that particular land, like females rule it. And there was, especially for like the first half, like a lot of people had a lot of fun with it because it was basically, we don't have much dramas on this kind of topic, so it did really well in that sense. And I think for Romance of Tiger and Rose, like the chemistry between the leads was really good. So it was like it went even further because of that. And yeah, and I think just looking at like the promotions that was done after this by Tencent, and announcing like season 2 just kind of shows you how popular it was with like the audience, and that was something that like definitely no one expected.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna go pretty quickly through the next couple of ones because we want to kind of go into trends as well in 2021 dramas, and we don't want to take up all the time here. But so the next one is Crossfire. Crossfire did really well with a male audience. I'm pretty sure it was Hupu, which is China's like most male-dominated forum in China. I think it was Hupu's favorite drama of the year, and it's an adaptation of a game, but the script itself, I'm pretty sure, is an original script, and it's actually directed by a film director. So it's Derek Hui, who is an apprentice of famous film director Peter Chan, and Derek Hui is also the director of This Is Not What I Expected, the film starring Zhou Dongyi and Takeshi Kaneshiro. So this was kind of something, it was a new foray into this area for him, the web drama world, and he apparently did a phenomenal job with it. Like the top comments and praise that we saw for Crossfire was on the directing and the editing, I think. Obviously the leads did a great job as well, but I think everybody's really impressed with how everything just came together for the story.
Yeah, I forgot to change to the poster.
Sorry. And then, did you have anything you wanted to add to Crossfire, or can we move on?
No, I think and like I think just generally, because like I don't think a lot of people think of it when they talk about esports dramas now. I think a lot of people are still hung up to like King's Avatar because it was like a bigger IP work, but Crossfire is really I think it's a really solid esports drama for those of you guys who are like new to esports and want to actually go into it, because esports is actually huge in China. Like we don't cover it just because it's not internationally known, but a lot of like the esports players actually trend on Weibo quite frequently, especially when they have like all the leagues and stuff. Yeah, that was kind of just what I wanted to add. And then going very quickly, I think before we just jump into like the last few, like someone asked about Lovely Us, and I don't know, are we talking about that? No. So I just want to like really quickly talk about Lovely Us, because I don't know if you guys know of Lovely Us, but it didn't do like, it wasn't a huge drama in China just because it was a really low budget like web drama. And I think it was the director's actually under Huan Yu, which is Zheng's company. But he directed Lovely Us, and it was well received like amongst the people who watched it. And I saw a few people like posting about it. So I can't really give you like how well it did in China, because I don't think it's like that mainstream. But it's a really lovely, like enduring kind of youth drama that I think a lot of people like found it, and like pretty underrated in that sense. I know a lot of people loved it as well. Like
it's pretty strong. It has an 8.2 with like 66K reviews on Douban, which is pretty strong.
Yeah, it is. Like that's why I'm saying, like, in terms of like reviews, it did really well. But we didn't include it mainly because like not that many people have watched it. But if you guys are like wanting to watch another of those like enduring kind of campus dramas and romance, like Lovely Us is a good one. Like I was actually planning to watch it. Yeah, and for Crossfire, it is the Coffee or Tea director.
Yes, it is.
Okay, yes, quickly, questions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so like we're gonna gloss through like really quickly. So like the next few dramas, We Are All Alone. So We Are All Alone. Wait, I found a poster for that. Yeah, so We Are All Alone. It stars Tin Lan and I think he's got Fikao. So this one actually did really well. I think at first it got a lot of how do you say it got a lot
attention?
Yeah, it got a lot of attention because like, of course, it's Gao Yixiang's, it's Godfrey's last work. But I think apart from that, it touches on a lot of like the real entertainment industry issues. So like for those of you guys who are, you know, interested in like C entertainment and like, you know, just the media industry as a whole, like this is a good drama to actually watch, because they, like, if you follow C entertainment closely, you can see some of like the issues being surfaced in this drama. You had an example for this, right? I forgot what it was.
Yeah. So We Are All Alone, it used a lot of real life cases, examples that were pretty famous in the entertainment industry, but they obviously changed it so it wouldn't directly reference it. One of the really famous cases that people thought that it referenced was an IP adaptation licensing issue that Faye Littleton had with Stephen Fogg. And it's just a really interesting dive. If you're interested into that kind of stuff, it really goes kind of into the behind the scenes look at like IP adaptations, how contracts work, how agents and their actors operate. So just a lot of really fascinating things in that area.
Yeah. So just a heads up, like if you're not interested in that, because we are kind of going to go into that later on when we talk, because it's something that we are very fascinated with. Okay, so very quickly, the last few dramas that we wanted to quickly cover, two of them, it's wuxia dramas. So one is Love in Between. So that one is with Zhang Yao and Zhang Yaqin. So Love in Between is one of the wuxia dramas this year, one of the few wuxia dramas this year that did really well in terms of like the reviews. I saw a lot of people actually raving about this. So if you are fond of wuxia dramas, definitely do check this out. I think just because of the plot, right? Like it had a strong plot, which is not that easy to find. Was it the original script for this one?
No, this one's adapted from a pretty well-known novel.
Right. Yeah. So, but even adaptations, like it's hard to do it well. So this one was actually really well received. Just as a wuxia drama. And the next one is Ancient Detective. So I know some people on like international Twitter watch it, but I don't think it's that well known yet. So Ancient Detective is also like a mystery suspense wuxia drama. So this one I think it has like 12 eps. It's a very short one as well. So for those of you who are wanting to check it out, definitely do check it out. Because
and both have subs, I'm pretty sure.
Both have what?
Subtitles?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. So yeah. Yeah, so check it out, because Ancient Detective I actually watched like a couple of episodes, and yeah, it looked really good. I just didn't continue.
Didn't have time to finish.
I don't have time to do anything. So the last one that a lot of people loved, like both in China and like internationally as well, it's Hikaru no Go. So this one it's actually by if you guys do follow like production companies, it's by Sugarman Media. So Sugarman Media is actually the production company that did With You. Oh my god, I forgot the Chinese name.
最好的我们.
Yeah, that one, like the Campus With You, not the one that at this year.
Yeah, it's the one with Liu Hao and Tan Song-yin.
Yeah, that one. And My Huckleberry Friends. And what was it? Exclusive Memory. So they actually went back when With You and My Huckleberry Friends aired, they're really known for like doing like really solid campus dramas that are very like down to earth and relatable, and just like does a lot about like the group dynamics. And I think with Hikaru no Go, we've been waiting for them to actually come back with like a really solid work, which Exclusive Memory was not like, it was good, but it wasn't like the wow kind of drama that we were expecting them to come back with. And they came back with Hikaru no Go, and right now the current one that's airing, Dear Missy, is by them as well. So Hikaru no Go was an adaptation of a Japanese.
It's a Japanese anime.
Oops. Sorry, slight change.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at it.
So it's, for those who don't know, Hikaru no Go is an live action adaptation of a very famous Japanese anime. The Japanese anime is actually really popular in China as well.
Yeah.
So when I first
like animations.
So. And when I first heard of this, I really thought it was going to flop, because Hikaru no Go, for those who know the story, it's really hard to adapt just because it has a fantastical element. One of the characters is from historical times. He exists as a spirit. And I just thought if they did a live action adaptation of that, it would just look really cheesy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that. Like a lot of people were really just kind of hesitant on like how they would adapt it. And like in terms of casting wise as well, it's not like huge names or anything as well.
Yeah, so I think like going into it, everybody was a little apprehensive about it, even though the IP itself is very well known. But honestly, Sugarman Media has proved that they really know what they're doing with youth dramas, and that's what they really did with the Hikaru no Go. They made it into a youth drama, and a really poignant one where it really touched on a lot of issues with that youth experience, and they integrated that with the game of Go and with friendships, both between the main characters and the side characters as well. And I think the general feedback was they just did a phenomenal job of it. I don't know if people know this. Hikaru no Go started as 7.7, I think, on Douban. It's currently at an 8.6.
Okay,
So it's actually gone up
really high.
since it stopped airing. Yeah.
No, but 7.7 is still a really high, like, starting score to begin.
No, it is. It's just amazing that it even went up higher.
Yeah, and I've like just seen, because like personally it's not something I'm really interested in, but I've just like been browsing on Weibo a lot, and a lot of people are just like in love with it. Like, yeah, I mean, they just think that it's a really good adaptation. So if you guys are interested, yeah, definitely check this one out. And
can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I just want to say, can we talk about, or can we give Sugarman Media a round of applause on how they do casting? Like, because I really feel like they're one of the strongest production companies when it comes to casting. They don't cast for big names. They don't cast for pretty faces. They cast for the people who they think fit the character the most. Yeah. And it really resonates in the result of the drama. Like, you can really tell that these actors really match their roles really, really well.
Yeah, and I think when you cast for that, which I think a lot of the problems with like dramas is about casting, because like when you have an impression and it doesn't fit into that, it's especially difficult if it's an adaptation. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, like, and like historically they've done really well as well with You, My Huckleberry Friends. Just generally, like when those came out, no one knew of apart from With You, because people knew Tan Sung-min and Liu Haran, but they weren't like, I think back then they weren't like huge names yet, right?
Yeah, Liu Haran was a rookie when it came out.
Yeah,
or like somewhat of a rookie.
It came out in 2016, but they actually filmed it, I think, back in like 2014 or
no, they filmed it in 2015, but like a lot happened in between.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, because like I was waiting for Tan Sung-min's next drama, and like I was looking at that, and I was just thinking, okay, this doesn't look like a very huge like big budget stuff. So yeah, I think and it really hit everyone, and just generally, like all of the dramas they've been casting like really well. Like even for the currently airing Dear Missy, which we will cover in the first impressions column. I am doing that. So,
yes, that's coming. So, we promise it's coming.
Yeah, so like they just do casting really well, I feel, and yeah, I'm just hoping that they keep it up.
Yeah, and I'm just really happy, especially for Hu Xianxu, because he's a child actor, for those who don't know. And I thought, and a lot of people thought this, that he was going to have some issues transitioning to more lead roles. But Hikaru no Go has really opened up a new door for him, because people are getting to know him more now as like a lead actor instead of as a child actor. And of course, John Chol is in this as well, and he puts in a strong performance as always.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Hikaru no Go, did it have a good ending? Do you remember? I think so, right?
I didn't see complaints about it. Does that count?
Yeah, I didn't see complaints about it as well. So I'm just gonna assume that it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it for like the drama section for the 2020 recap. I'm so sorry, like if you're still here, you're amazing, because oh my god, it's been an hour. Yeah, so that we tried to kind of concise that. So like the next thing that we're just gonna like very quickly touch on, and also because it's kind of related to like 2020 dramas, it's more on like how dramas are evaluated, because we get this question a lot. Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen first.
Yeah, so one of the questions we get a lot is, how do we tell if a drama is successful? How do we tell if it's a flop? And there is no one answer to this. It really is evaluated from a lot of different variables. If it's airing on TV ratings obviously does factor in. If it's airing online views, the number of online views does factor in. And despite everything that people may complain about it, Douban rating does matter to a degree, which is why you still see drama accounts posted if it's a good one.
Yeah.
And we just want to touch base specifically on Douban here, because there's been so much discussion around it recently.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because like a lot of people are new to see dramas in general, and like when you get new people, they just like wonder, like when they start seeing things that doesn't like match what you see internationally. I think because like looking at like my drama list, like I honestly I don't know, maybe I'm so used to Douban because like I'm looking at my drama list and like every drama there is like an 8 or 9, and like I'm sorry, but like to me it's like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, and I think one of the things people always like look at Douban ratings, they say, "Oh, a 6 is really low," but that's not quite how Douban works, and we just wanted to touch that real quick. So, like to give some people a quick background, I know people always, or a lot of people kind of simplify it to, "Oh, Douban is where all the fans and antis are." That's
Yeah.
not quite true. Fans and antis are a more recent phenomenon as we've seen the rise of liubiang actors that's come with it. But Douban has always existed as a very large platform for reviews, for TV reviews, drama reviews, book reviews, music reviews.
Yeah.
And it started out as a community for like people who consider themselves really well-read, well-cultured. So when you look at like what's top rated on Douban, you'll actually find a lot of what's been commercially successful actually has relatively lower ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, to be very honest, I think it's kind of like an elitist kind of thinking, because like just because
Yeah,
you say,
it is.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we're not denying that there's a huge problem with it, but I think a lot of people don't understand that it's just typically very difficult. Like even in China right now for like awards and stuff, it's very difficult if you are like in genres like youth romance and like campus, or like even web dramas. Like I don't think web dramas are even allowed to be like in the nominations, right?
For what?
Like for some of the awards.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so like and like it kind of extends to Douban because like back in the days when like the internet culture wasn't this crazy, like a lot of the like it's really for serious drama watchers, and a lot of them like do prefer more of like the what you call like 正剧, which is like proper dramas. Like so like when you're talking about historical, it's really like the hardcore historical ones, like the like Three Kingdoms and all, where like the minute you cast like a younger cast, a lot of people tend to kind of dismiss it as something that's not being like proper, or like something that's being more idle kind of historical. So yeah, but like I think to address like the current situation with Douban is like very obviously, yeah, I mean we don't deny there are a lot of fans and a lot of antis on it, but it doesn't discredit the fact that like as a whole it's still somewhat reliable in that sense, especially for a lot of the other dramas, because ultimately like there are a lot of drama watchers like us who still use it as a reference and like still do give like our honest opinions and ratings on it. And like I think the misconception is that when a drama gets rated like 5 or 6, it's not good. But like I don't know, maybe because we are so used to Douban, like 5 or 6 is actually means that the drama is pretty decent.
Yeah, it just means that reviews are mixed. It means like some people like it,
Yeah.
some didn't. That's it. Like people have, I think one of the misunderstandings about Douban is really critical on dramas and films. Like
Yeah.
it's really, really hard to be an 8+ drama
Yeah.
on Douban.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that, looking at like the top 10 dramas of this year, do we even have a single like 9?
Yeah, no, Someday or One Day and The Long Night
Oh,
are
right. Yeah,
9.2.
but like that's like 2 dramas. And we're talking about like the bad kids that like everyone was watching and like everyone loved. And even then, you still have people that don't rate it a 5-star just because it's not like, some people don't find it like 5-star worthy. Like I feel myself like I'm the same when I'm like doing like book reviews and stuff as well. Like unless it's an absolute favorite, a lot of people don't give it like the best ratings basically.
Yeah. So we just wanted to clarify on that because there's just been a lot of discussion around it. We want to just shed a little more light on it.
Yeah. And so I mean, if you guys have like any other questions on this, like just let us know. So I think the other stuff, yeah, a lot of people, someone's saying that it's people tend to be more conservative when rating things, which I completely agree. And and I think that's where I don't know, I just feel like for me that's how we get like more authentic reviews, I mean ratings. And like for the next part, like just very quickly for TV ratings, because I think in general like TV ratings are just on a decline because not many people are watching TV nowadays. But back in the days, I think like the really, really high ones, like if you break, like back in the days when if you break 2, is it considered high?
No, it was considered like okay, decent-ish.
It was like 5, right? Like dramas broke like 5%.
I think like what is it? In the name of the people,
Yeah.
like 7 or something.
Yeah, so like just generally like we don't really like to report on TV ratings just because like first of all we're lazy to actually go get them, and like secondly it's like a lot of people are just like online now and it doesn't really reflect like good dramas in that sense. So
And also the CSM ratings are messed up, so
yeah, and okay, so we didn't cover this on DP as well, but like a lot of the ratings, it's said that for Hunan TV, they inflated all of their ratings this year. So like if you see a lot of the dramas like hitting 1 or 2%, a lot of people are saying that that's actually inflated, like they actually buy the ratings or something. And there has been like an account that's reporting like the removed, I don't know, the actual ratings or something. So yeah, a lot of them are like actually below 1%. But now I think just generally if you see a drama that's breaking 1%, it's pretty good basically. And then like if you see a drama that's breaking 2%, then that's like amazing. So like you have that home drama. What was it?
your home is my business is what it's called. But like one thing more thing on TV ratings, if you're going to look at TV ratings, look at NRTAs. NRTA is the official drama, TV, and radio regulation what is it, authority in China. And starting at the very end of last year, they started releasing their own weekly ratings because of a lot of the accusations that were coming from the CSM ratings. So if you're gonna go look at any ratings for dramas, look at theirs.
Yeah, so basically like CSM is kind of considered like inflated nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then okay, so I know some of you guys want to look at like the 2021 preview, but we kind of put that at the end, so maybe you can like come and join us back in half an hour's time. So I'm sorry, I'm just like trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to help people who are wanting to tune in. But yeah, so like before we go into like the 2021 stuff, because we're gonna wrap up with that, we just like really quickly wanted to jump into some of like the trends that we noticed this year. And do we want to even talk about COVID now?
So I think we kind of have to, just because it's such a big thing for this year. So everybody knows every industry in the world was impacted by COVID this year. For the drama industry specifically, I think what it damaged the most was production schedules, and it also affected productions that haven't aired yet. A lot had to push back. A lot had to cancel completely because they just didn't have the money to do so, or the actors just didn't have the schedule. So I think it just put the whole industry out of sorts. And I think the biggest impact for the Chinese entertainment industry was in the film industry, because they literally had to shut down for like 177 days of the year. So the drama industry was less prominent in that respect, but it did mess up with a lot of schedules.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, thankfully for like China, they managed to bounce back quite quickly, but even then, you know, it's a lot of like the cost that I think a lot of people don't know about, like, you know, just getting this COVID test and everything, and they have to swap like the entire cast and crew, and so it's a lot of work basically. And I think one of the more prominent production that had to be that was kind of really badly affected is Thank You Doctor with Yang Mi and Bai Yu. So that one, because they're actually set in a hospital, they actually couldn't like continue filming, and it was like in a really awkward stage where like both actors took up other work because they just couldn't afford to wait for that long, like without actually having like a date on when they would resume. And I think right now the current situation is that I think they might just go straight into like working with whatever they had, right?
I think rumors are they might try for January, but like it's hard to say because Bai Yu is still filming something.
Yeah. So it's just because like both actors are like kind of huge, so it's just really difficult to get.
Well, and it's not just them either. It's like the production, the cast and crew. A lot of them are tied up with other things too.
Yeah, so it's just really tricky. So like, yeah, I don't know. So I think we're just waiting for like, a lot of times we don't cover this because like we honestly don't know what the situation is. Okay, thank you. Yeah, someone just said like the fans said they're rumored to go back in January for filming. So yeah, possibly, you know, hopefully that works out, because I think Bai Yu is probably finishing Douban right now. So yeah, and I don't think Yang Mi is filming anything. So
yeah, and her Shikai one's rumored to start in March, I think.
Yeah, so that's you know, like really about COVID. But honestly, I think for like dramas, it wasn't as huge of an impact as like films, just because, you know, for films, they really lost a lot of money, and like the film industry in China is huge just domestically, and a lot of the films like couldn't air, and yeah, there were a lot of reports of like huge losses and stuff.
Yeah. At least for dramas, they could still air on TV and online.
Yeah,
The theater's
yeah,
gonna shut down, so.
yeah.
So the next thing we wanted to cover, and this actually covers like all the next few topics are related to this, but in early December, both CCTV, and for those who don't know, it's the Central Television Bureau of China, I guess you could say, and the People's Daily, which is like China's biggest newspaper, both issued criticisms, like articles where they criticized the current drama industry. And specifically, they pointed out that there's a lot of mediocre quality big dramas right now. And by big dramas, what they specifically mentioned was using Liu Liang actors, and we'll go into this into a little bit, using Liu Liang actors and a lot of good marketing to guarantee ratings and views. So caring less about the quality and only caring about big IPs, big names, and spending money to make sure that everybody sees that the drama is coming.
Yeah. So I think just like really quickly, if you guys don't know what Liu Liang is, because we've just been using Liu Liang because there's no really like proper term to kind of replace it. But Liu Liang just means someone like a celebrity who has a very, very huge fan base, and in particularly online. So when like the fandom is so huge, they actually do a lot of work for like the artists, including like all sorts of Douban, which is like going for the charts, so like votings and stuff. Like they're just hardcore voting, upvoting all the comments, just controlling like the comments on like the posts that mention the artist and all that. So you usually see like a lot of like the top comments are like praising the artist and stuff like that. So it's very, very common in like just the general C entertainment industry. And recently there have been there's just been a lot of talk recently about Liu Liang, because it's not meant to be a I can't pronounce it.
Derogatory?
Yes, thank you. So like it's not meant to be that, but like I think because a lot of these Liu Liang tend to be younger actors, of course, because then they cater to a younger fan base, so they don't have like the experience and the skills that are kind of required to helm certain productions sometimes. So it has kind of taken that turn into a lot of people kind of associating that with like, I don't know, probably what internationally you would call like idol actors and idol actresses, like who can't really act in that sense. Yeah.
But that's not to say they are. It's just like that's the perception by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think part of what doesn't help that is because, and this leads into our next subject, a lot of like stream platforms and production companies are using Liu Liang just for their name. They're not giving them quality scripts. They're not giving them quality productions. They're signing them on just to make money. And did you want to talk about the streaming platforms?
Yeah. So like, okay, like disclaimer, don't come after us, but we're not saying that it's like the fault of the artists themselves, but I think it's just because the whole business is extremely commercialized right now, and because we are dealing with platforms that are so huge, Tencent, so like platforms that are like so huge, like it's just really hard to fight with them, because it's a platform that has the power to do productions and to ensure that basically your drama airs, and you don't want to offend them because they have like resources. They have they basically can say that we don't want your drama to air, or we don't want you in a drama if you kind of don't comply in that sense. I know I'm making them sound like really bad, but yeah, I mean
no, let's talk about it. Like, so I'm going to talk about a very specific example that we saw this year. And I don't think a lot of people internationally may be aware of what happened.
Yeah.
But it starts with Wu Lei. So Wu Lei got caught up in a really big scandal this year. And it's not like a scandal where, his name is like affected or anything, but it was a really big fight between him and Tencent. And a lot of this is like allegedly like allegations.
Yeah, disclaimer, like a lot of this is like, it's not confirmed because no one can confirm it in that sense.
Nobody's going to say this is true.
Yeah, so like, a lot of people are talking about it. So basically, most people kind of take it to be the truth.
And they never denied it, so.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. So I think if people remember, Wu Lei stepped in very, very last minute as a male lead for Chang Gexing the Long Ballad, a drama starring Li Liba. What happened with Chang Gexing, which is a Tencent drama, was that they had Xu Chuxiao as the male lead. He was changed out at the last minute. It's rumored because he had issues with his company. And Wule was asked to step in. Apparently he was like at the airport with like no luggage. Like he arrived the day before they started filming. It was so rushed. And that's where this whole thing started. So it was rumored what Tencent did was, in exchange for him stepping in to last minute to save the Chang'e production because they had to start filming, Tencent promised him that they would give him first billing for his next drama with them.
Okay, so like a quick one, if you guys don't know what billing is, which are we talking about it? I can't remember. But yeah, so billing basically it's like they wait, how do you say billing? Like in the order of your name?
It's called billing order. Billing order.
Yeah, billing order. No, how do you explain it?
So billing order is basically how your names are listed in the credits. So it's basically like usually all the like every single entertainment industry in the world does this because it's basically who's the star of the show. And it basically names the top name and then the second name and the third name. And it's basically based on your star power per se. But there's like a lot of intricacies that goes into it. But specifically for this case, Wule was promised first billing for his next drama. His name would be first in the ending credits. And that next drama turned out to be Zhang Gong'an, which, what is the current English name for it?
Some nobleman. I'm sorry. Hang on. They changed the name.
Yeah, they did.
Was it? No. It was the Society of Four Leaves, right? And then
now it's something nobleman. Hold on, sorry. For a second.
Okay, but you guys should know it's a BL drama it's kind of a BL drama with Douban and
League of Noblemen. I think that's it.
Okay,
is it Society League? Something like that, yeah.
It was the four. Forget it. It's okay. You guys can find it out. So
and
basically,
quickly, sorry, I'm going to interrupt quick.
Go.
Someone asked if first billing means you're paid more. It does not necessarily mean that.
Yeah, so like I think like Jay said, there are a lot of intricacies in it, and we don't know what goes into first billing, to be honest, like to be really, really honest, because it's literally in their contracts. And like no one would actually tell you what it is because they wouldn't even say if like, someone took a lower pay just to get first billing, they wouldn't tell you that. But basically, the billing issue is a huge thing that honestly just came up like last year to this year as well. Like we never had such, I would contain myself from saying swear words, but we never had such stuff before. But yeah, so for this drama, he was actually supposed to get first billing in the next one, and when the next one came out, basically they couldn't put him first billing to someone like Douban because Douban is coming from film and he has a lot more years and experience, and there's no way that he would be like second bill in that sense if you are looking just at star power.
So what they did was for the contract that they offered Douban and Wule, it was rumored to be equal billing. So they would share first billing, but that was not what they had originally promised Wule's team. So Wule's team didn't want to do it anymore. And the thing is, they didn't sign a contract because if they did sign a contract, Tencent could have gone after him legally. So instead, they couldn't go after him legally, so they went after him behind the scenes. After Wule backed out of this drama, there was a Tencent executive who posted on WeChat. It was something like, or it was on Weibo, but he was like shading Wule and implying that all he cared about was billing. And then Tencent basically went on this like secret behind the scenes campaign to force Wule to agree to this contract. And I think people who follow this then remember all the trending topics they cough bought for it. And also Wule had a drama airing with Tencent at the time, which was Crossfire. They took him off of like all the Crossfire posters and promotions that were on the Tencent account.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is specifically like on the app itself, right? Like the poster on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So like all of his promotions, like, and he was the male lead, like one of the male leads.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible for fans to not know that they removed it, and it's basically like hot on the heels of him like turning it down. So yeah, I mean, so it's a huge issue, and I guess like now they probably have sorted it out. I don't know how.
He had to change basically because he's currently filming drama as a Tencent one.
Yeah. So and the thing is, these are the stuff that that they can pull. So like I said, they are a platform that has basically the capabilities to air your drama and like to pull you from a production. So it's very difficult for like however big your company is, it's very difficult to go against them, and just no one would usually want to go against them just because of how big they are now.
And there are rumors that a lot of the big IP dramas, like a lot of the Lilians, they don't really have a choice. And did you want to talk about split contracts actually real quick?
Yeah, I do. So like very quickly on split contracts, because I honestly don't know how many of you guys have read like our article. Was it this year? Last year?
This year.
This year on the waste-tiered actors one, which you guys should really read it. Like it was a really good insight for the industry as a whole. So in that article itself, they actually interviewed like industry people, so like agencies, managers and stuff, and I think one or two of them actually talked about split contracts, and we like it was news to us. So we found out that like for platforms, and it's not just Tencent. So, Tencent, iQIYI, Youku, Mango TV and all that, like all the streaming platforms, apparently they do negotiate like split contracts with the agencies. And what that means is basically they secure like they sign contracts with the agency that actually secure them productions. So because now for all these different platforms, they actually do helm certain productions as well. Sometimes it's with another production company and all, but basically they put the money into that production, and by signing like the contract, they will basically guarantee you like I don't know, like a certain number of dramas, like what went on with Ule, basically, maybe male lead, maybe female lead, or something like that, I don't know. So but in return, the agency will actually have to give like a part of their the money they earn to the platforms. And these platforms don't just give you like jobs. They basically, I mean, they don't just give you like dramas. They basically give you jobs like in terms of endorsements and stuff like that, just because they have all of the network and stuff. So yeah, that was something like really new to us, and we thought it would kind of be interesting to share.
Because it really is sort of a scary phenomenon if you think about it. The streaming platforms have so much power, and this I think specifically applies to Tencent more so than any other platform.
Yeah,
because Tencent really has a hand in everything these days.
Yeah, and I mean, for those of you guys, I know this is like the business part of me coming out, but those of you guys who don't know, just Google Tencent. Like honestly, they're just helmed by like the huge companies in China, like your Alibabas and stuff. Just go and look up like what they own, and yeah, I mean, Tencent is just one part of it. So they basically have dabbled in all sorts of businesses. But yeah, very quickly, so the issue with Ule is probably solved, because like what Jay mentioned, he's filming like a Tencent drama right now. It's just that we will never know like how they got it done, but yeah, I mean, it's safe to say that they couldn't afford to like feud any longer, so they settled it.
Yeah, and I think it's just like in cases like this, you're never gonna win. Like the individual actor, no matter how popular you are, no matter how big your name is, you're not gonna win against a company.
Yeah, that basically gives you jobs. I mean, so
yep.
Yeah, and yeah, so that was kind of like something interesting that we wanted to share, and yeah, I think that covers, like, we wanted to talk about, like, from this also, like, talk about the billing order controversies that have, like, surfaced across just this year.
I mean, it's always been, like, an issue, I think, but, like, this year has been more magnified than any other year, I feel like.
Yeah, like, okay, it's always been a thing, but, like, we've never seen fights, like fights to like break out like what this year did. So like this year we had so many, honestly, like I just suddenly can't think of any, but like we had so many instances where they would just nitpick, and it's to the point where it's so ridiculous. You actually see some of like the dramas and films, like, okay, no, more dramas, I would say, like some of the dramas actually go to the extent of like not just equal billing, like they're so paranoid. They just actually like state, I think the most ridiculous one I saw was like, one of them was You Are My Glory. Like, You Are My Glory, it was so, like, I don't want to say it's stupid, but it is stupid. So like, You Are My Glory like stated that their funway, their billing order as like from age, right? For age, like,
yeah, they listed from age. It was really
like the oldest to the youngest, and like what? Like, why would you even do that? Like, and because like fans are just so hung up over it, and like I guess to an extent I can kind of understand, but then again it's just so dumb, because there have been a lot of actors who actually spoke up about it and say that if you are, I mean, a lot of actors don't care, and I think at the end of it, a lot of it is like, about the fans and the fandoms are, sometimes just squabbling over like the smallest thing, and this is just something that they could latch on to. So like that was one, and then the other one was the Zhang Ruoyun one.
The Sword Snow Stride. If you guys haven't seen the
Yeah.
billing for that, go take a look at it. It's like an essay, because what they did was they separated the male and female cast individually to make the billing like different, and then they had like 1,000 different ways to say special appearances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because because for I can never get the name right, but whatever Jay said. So for that drama specifically, they had a very, very huge veteran cast. So honestly, if you ask me, I don't think the veteran cast cares, but because I don't know, they just wanted to be careful, I guess. So they just it was just huge lengths, and they just listed everyone out and split into like males and females, and like at the end of the day, a lot of this I think most of the actors don't really care in that sense, but it's just become something that I think for the agency's point of view, something to like as a leverage to kind of negotiate on for like their contracts. And also for the fans, I mean, it's something to see, who
Because
kind of
they
gets
see it as like a reflection of market value, unfortunately, which it
But a lot
really isn't, but it's become that way.
Yeah, but a lot of things I feel like, that fans thing, I think there's a very huge gap, because a lot of things that the fans think are important are actually not, like in the industry itself. And it has been reflected by some industry like people. I remember like the editor-in-chief for GQ, right? He was like,
yeah.
remember that, right? Yeah, he's like, he spills a lot of tea. But yeah, basically for like the editor-in-chief of GQ, what was it that he was asked? I can't remember. He was
I
asked
can't remember
something
either.
about like whether something matters to him when he's like doing it for the magazine covers and stuff, and he said like it really doesn't. It's really just something for the fans to bragging rights is exactly like that. So, it's really down to the fans. So I think it's something that has come up because a lot of the stuff is on the internet now, and when you get a lot of people on the internet, this are just stuff that happens. So we saw a lot. I mean, a huge fuss about that as well.
Yeah, and then so one of the other things, going back to the whole CCTV people's daily criticism on the current state of the industry, one thing they both specifically mentioned as well was how many. Wait, did you have something else you wanted to add?
No. I was just like agreeing with you.
Yeah. It was like so one of the things they both mentioned was how many tantrums, which are like the sweet romantic comedies, how many there are in the industry right now, and how like what's the right word for this? Shallow. Because like there's so many of them and they don't add anything new.
No, but okay, so just a very, very quick disclaimer here. Like sometimes like CCTV being CCTV is always very like they want to promote like messages of encouragement, of inspiration and stuff. So I have to say that sometimes like it's not necessarily right, but and like sometimes what they see as like shallow, it's really just like fun for us to watch. But I think the main point of this is that it's a lot of low budget productions, and like, it's the same thing over and over again, basically. Like there's no creativeness, or there's nothing new coming out of this. There's just like rom-coms after rom-coms, and a lot of them don't really add any value. Or
I mean, it's not like they're enjoyable to watch, but like there's no necessarily additional creativity around it, or they're not adding anything new to the market, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just become a little bit oversaturated. And I think part of the reason lies in these rom-com dramas. They're really cheap to make. They take really short time to film, and they're easy to air. Like there's not a lot of regulation issues like there are with historical dramas. So there's a lot less risk involved, and there's more potential profits to be made.
Yeah, basically I think it can be done with one, like, I don't know, in 2 months. Yeah, so the actors can move on to something really quickly, and I guess a lot of them see it as like a just a quick way to get their names out there as well, and like to start acting and stuff. But I think with like that as well, there's also remember you were talking about how there was a criticism about like mediocre quality. I feel like we haven't really talked about that. So, like mediocre quality for like big dramas.
Do you want to talk about when we get to them?
Yeah, so please don't take offense at any of this. But so like a lot of the Tencent dramas that are coming out next year, next year's lineup. have a lot of like huge Liu Liang names, and I think part of the criticism for is really, it really goes out to Tencent as well, and like to get them to pay more attention to production, which I think is a lot of the problem from like drama watchers as well. Like, I don't want to name names, but like, some of the really huge IP works, and a lot of people I know are looking forward to it. I think the problem is not about like them making all these dramas, but I think like what Jay mentioned earlier about they spend all their money on like getting all these Liu Liang names, on buying the actual IP to air it, that the amount of work and money that goes into production for like the sets, for the cinematography, for everything else that basically makes a drama is not equal into the amount of effort they go into getting the dramas.
And they don't care as much about it because they're making money already just based on the names that they get.
Yeah, because they know they're gonna get the views, and they are gonna get the views because all of these Liu Liangs have like huge fans and all.
To answer a couple of the billing order questions real quick. So billing order does not matter for award nominations. Award nominations is based on what the production submits you as. If they submit you as a best actress, you're nominated, or you are considered for best actress. If they nominate you as a best supporting actress, then you're considered for best supporting actress. It has nothing to do with billing order.
Yeah, and there's basically only these two like distinctions for the roles, like supporting and best. So yeah.
So like it's literally just how the production wants to nominate you.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, exactly. So like, yeah, someone mentioned that they're not like well casted. So yeah, I mean, because the focus is not really on casting. So that's another issue when you talk about like adaptations, right? Because most people don't like their novels getting, or like the original works getting adapted, just because they can never get casting right. And unfortunately, with it's always the line of like, do you get a popular name? Do you get a good looking person, or like do you get someone who actually fits the role? And yeah, I mean, definitely that is the problem.
And it's not to say you can't have a popular person or good looking person who fits the role. It's just that's clearly what they're not that's clearly not what they're prioritizing here.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. That's that. And then just very quickly, we're almost done with like the trend section. So the last one that we wanted to talk about was what we briefly talked about previously when we were covering the dramas, the rise of like mini dramas, which we absolutely love, because you all know C-dramas have not had the best of luck with a lot of viewers, just because they're not used to the length of the dramas. Like Yanxi Palace was 72 episodes.
Yeah, even like Milan was like 70 something episodes.
Yeah, and a lot of like the good quality ones, like the historical ones, tend to be really, really long. And for this year, even though it's still largely modern dramas, but for this year, just because the ITE Light On series did so well and was so well received, and like for the longest time, honestly, a lot of viewers have been asking for shorter dramas, just because for like the longer ones, especially for modern like dramas and like romances, there are a lot of fillers, and like a lot of it is not even necessary. And with the rise of like the shorter dramas, IT is actually continuing their Light On series next year, and I don't know about Tencent because they clearly don't do anything. And Yoku, I think, is also, they have like done like a few like shorter ones as well to add on to the new mystery kind of lineup that they have. And do you want to quickly talk about the MGTV one? Because
MGTV announced, I think it was at their industry event a couple months ago, that they're gonna have like, I think it was like 10, was it seasonal or monthly? I can't remember, mini dramas starting in 2021. So they're putting extra effort in there. And I also just wanted to mention, part of this trend towards shorter dramas is because of the NRTA's recommendation. Was it last year? They made a recommendation to basically for all drama productions to shorten their length. It didn't mean that you had to. They strongly recommended dramas to keep it shorter, and I think we've actually seen a lot of dramas go shorter this year.
Yeah,
not just mini dramas, but just shorter episodes in general.
Yeah, and I think it just allows more people who kind of don't want to have that kind of commitment to start discovering C-dramas, which is it's pretty awesome. So do we want to talk about the internet part very quickly?
Just talk about the rumors and reliability. A quick disclaimer. I know people wanted us to talk about like all the cheating rumors and stuff that came out this year, but we wanted to make this more on drama. So work in a
No, like also because I feel that there's not much to talk about all the
Yeah.
killings. Like honestly, like what do you want us to say? Men are trash. So pretty much the summary of this year. But
yeah. But did
yeah,
you want to
so,
talk about the rumors stuff?
yeah, no. So like one thing we do want to talk about though, because we're just like personally really annoyed by some of the accounts that have popped up. Just putting it out there because not many people are watching this. So yeah, there are a lot of like rumors on Weibo, like for those of you who are Chinese or like who serve it enough. There are a lot of like made up rumors, and like there is like famous like forums and groups where literally anyone can post stuff and claim to be like an industry insider, and a lot of them are fake. So basically it's a very easy way to what Chinese call it 炒作, which is like what how do you translate 炒作?
Is it media play? No, it's not media play.
No, it's not media play. It's like kind of to like stir up talk about it. Yeah, so like when new dramas start getting adapted for new dramas start getting like ready for productions and stuff, to kind of get people knowing the drama. Sometimes people just make up fake dramas, fake castings, and a lot of it happens like almost for every single drama, and like a lot of them are so fake. And if you look at like MDL, literally anyone can. Thank you. Stir up discussion. Draw attention. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my English is whack. So yeah, so a lot of don't laugh at me. Okay.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing with you.
No, a lot of the MDL stuff, like we've gotten so many DMs. I tell you, I'm like we've like literally gotten so many DMs asking us if the one drama that I always remember. I can tell you guys right now, no, there is no Yang Yang and Zheng Shuang drama happening because the drama on MDL is fake. So anyone can create an account on like MDL. So like I don't know if you guys know, anyone can edit like a Wikipedia page. So it's the same thing, and they just create all sorts of fake casting. And right now there are like a few accounts that we've seen that bring all this what they call melon, because in Chinese it's like to 吃瓜, which is like to eat melons, which is kind of like to gossip with people. So a lot of people see that and they think it's real, or they think it's a rumor, but like it's not even a rumor. Like literally, if I could make up shit, I would be there posting rumors. Like I know they think that. No, I have a lot of anger towards this. Like they think that.
No, I know you do.
They think that posting like just with the word rumor is fine, but it's not even a rumor. So no,
It's
I don't.
literally just someone on the keyboard typing stuff.
Oh really? Oh yeah, no. So I thought you said that you had someone at the keyboard typing
No,
stuff. Sorry. Yeah, so basically it could be anyone, and I don't know, if you are here, just stop posting stuff to get the clicks.
Yeah, if you run that C and Melon accounts, please stop.
Yeah, I don't know, but I get that a lot of people like to follow them just because, you know, it's fun. Yeah, we've been there, we've struggled with the same thing, but honestly, like I can probably say like 80-90% of the time it's probably wrong. And like a lot of the speculation, it's not, I don't know, it's just a really easy way to kind of smear someone, or like to put on like fake drama castings. And a lot of times it's annoying because like for us, we get asked a lot of questions like, why didn't X and X get casted in this in the end? Or like why did X and X drop out of this drama? And we're just like, he was never in it to begin with. So yeah. So no, I don't think there's a new drama for Deng Lun and Yang Zi, right?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen anything about it. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about Deng Lun actually.
No, he has one. He has one supposedly, but like it's still far from starting filming.
Oh, great! There's another one. There's a Sea Whisper 3. Okay,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
no. We've seen. No, someone was
There's
saying that.
another one?
No, I don't know. There are a lot, but they just basically call themselves like melons or stuff. I don't know. Okay, we shall not bring this to our dissing session, but yes. So yeah, I mean to combat that, we kind of we created, like, for those of you who don't know, C Drama Rumors is done by us as well. So we do retweet like that on Dramapotatoe, just because for those we are basing it on some of the more reliable accounts. And I have to say that I know a lot of people have asked us like what are the more reliable accounts, and I think we usually answer that on Curious Cat. And for like the reliable accounts, I just wanted to give you guys like a heads up that sometimes these accounts might actually get bought over by other companies and stuff. And they kind of lose their reliability. So even for those like some like so-called reliable accounts, they might not always be 100% reliable, and it really just it depends. Yeah.
Well, and
so
also it's because like there's always so much going on behind the scenes. You have especially for ones that have like a long way to go before production,
yeah,
or even ones
yeah.
who are about to start filming the next day, you can have the cast change last minute.
Yeah, so yeah, we just try our best to kind of report like what we think it's more or less there. And for those that I think I can pretty safely say, like for those who've just announced that they're going into production, it's most likely that they haven't got a cast yet. I think, yeah, for most of it. They wouldn't even tell you, so yeah, it's pretty hard to say. So yeah,
so someone's asking about Blossom. Huge is confirmed. Tanya was spotted filming. There's like pictures of her, but they have not officially announced.
Yeah, so that is most likely true, but I don't think Tang Yan is the female lead, right? It was supposed
She's not rumored to be. I think Mai Li is the
yeah. So we're just waiting for like the official stuff, because nothing much, like apart from that one time that she was spotted filming, like nothing much has come out of it. So yeah, that one we can pretty much like say that it's probably true. So yes, we are done with the trend section.
So the other question we get a lot is, which actors and actresses really emerged this year? And we wanted to just spend a little bit of time on that because we do think it's really interesting. Like last year at the end of the year, do you remember, we were talking to them and we were like, well, I wonder who, because we had like so many Liu Liaos last year.
Yeah.
We were talking about it and we were like, oh, I wonder who's going to be the new Liu Liao this year. And I think it turned out a little bit differently than we thought it would.
Yeah. But honestly, it's quite hard to predict because I don't know. I just feel like dramas that don't get like the hype sometimes tend to do better because of like expectations and everything. So yeah, I mean, okay, I know you guys want us to cover like the 2021 dramas, and we will get to that. So just very quickly, we just wanted to like very quickly run through like the actors part. So for the actors and actresses that have really like emerged this year, or like gotten a lot more how do you say it?
Popular, well known.
Yeah, popular and like attention. Of course, the first one is Qin Hao. How do you pronounce his name? Qin Hao.
Qin. Yeah.
Qin. Sorry for bad Chinese.
Have you ever realized that it's a lot, like the way you pronounce things in your head is a lot different than how you're supposed to pronounce it?
It is. No, that's why I've been like some of the actresses, like I've been pronouncing their names wrong.
Oh, it's Qin Hao. It is Qin Hao.
Yeah, okay. So Qin Hao and the Bad Kids trio. So there's Wang Shengdi, there is Rong Zishan, and Shi Pengyuan. Yeah, so very obviously because the drama was pretty much like the huge drama of the year. So all four of them have gotten a lot of attention, but I think we really wanted to like quickly talk about Qin Hao because Qin Hao is kind of not really a veteran actor, but he's been around for a really, really long time, and he's always been known for like a really for being a good actor and like solid performances and all.
But he hasn't really been popular with the public. Like he's not really honestly, my mom has always known him as Yi Nanjing's husband.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of the public knows him as, because their relationship was quite prolific in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this with the Bad Kids, like it's amazing to see because he's gotten a lot more it's weird to say for someone like him, but gotten a lot more opportunities and like gotten a lot more recognition and just basically a lot of public attention. So yeah, and I think like just his performance in the Bad Kids, like the versatility and he is creepy in that drama. So yeah, that performance was really good. And I think apart from him, the three child actors, if you can still call them that, they have grown up so much, by the way, for the boys. So like the three of them have really gotten a lot of attention as well, because Wang Shengdi is like 12.
She's 10.
Oh, sorry, 10. I keep getting their ages wrong. Like I think 10, like 14 and 15, or 10, 15 and 16, right? But they're just really young, and like to have their kind of acting at such a young age is insane. But granted, the two boys are actually kid actors, like to begin with. So yeah, I mean, and I think out of all of them, Rong Zhi-san is forget it. He's getting a lot of attention, and he's been starring in a lot of films. So I think he's definitely, he will go like a really long way.
Yeah, I feel like all three of them are going to be names we're going to be hearing for the next couple of years. It's going to be a little bit harder because child actors, it's always a little hard for child actors to transition into leading actor roles no matter how popular you are.
Yeah.
关晓彤、吴磊 are really good examples of that. And Zhang Yishan and even Yang Zi before, back when they were child actors. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them. But right now, like, the future looks really amazing for them. I don't know if people know this, but Ron Zhe-shen has been casted in the Chen Si-chen film. It's a big blockbuster film, and he's alongside Huang Bo as the male lead. And if it really works out, he's going to go really far in the film industry. And then Shi Pengyan has a drama with Duan Yihong, and it's produced by, what's his name? Jia Zhangke, who's a big director name in the film industry. And then Washington obviously has Chasing the Light coming up, which is the drama adaptation of Saye. So I'm really looking forward to the future of these three kids.
Yeah, and the other actors that we want to quickly talk about, it's this year, like just now we talked about for Under the Power. So Ren Jialun is pretty much actually, honestly, like when we were searching for this, he kind of really surprised us because he is in like the top 10 in the Weibo super
topic rankings.
Super topics, right? Yeah, and like I don't think anyone expected him to be like a Liu Liang, but he really is, like with his numbers and all. And it's pretty amazing because it's not every day you get like a guy, an actor who's married with a kid who is a Liu Liang, and it's very difficult. And yeah, but I think just for Ren Jialun, his performances have always been pretty solid. Like I liked him a lot in The Glory of Tang Dynasty, which unfortunately still has English subs. So yes, no, I hate it. But yeah, he is known as like a pretty solid actor, and he's risen like a lot this year. And I think after Under the Power, like his upcoming works are pretty good as well, because I think like Huanrui finally stopped sticking him into like their own productions and allowing him to take on more stuff. And the other one is Tan Songyun. So Tan Songyun, she didn't get as much from Under the Power, but because she had Under the Power and then Go Ahead, and then the last one was Mayang Street.
Dear Mayang Street.
Yeah, but for her, definitely Go Ahead was like the huge one where she got a lot more popularity. So she's not like a Liu Liang status in that sense, but she just gotten a lot more popularity, and a lot of people, I would say more like casual fans, like really fans of like C-dramas, have like watched her and stuff, and yeah, she's gotten for that. Yeah.
The next two we're gonna just bundle together. But like if you were to ask us like who were the 5 breakout young actors this year, it would be these 5. They're not necessarily new actors, but they've definitely really made a name for themselves with their dramas this year. And that would be Ding Yuxi, Zhao Lusi, Chen Yi, Bai Lu, and Yuan Bingyan.
Let me clap for you. You got all of their names.
Did I get all their names right? I
think so.
Ding Yuxi and Zhao Lusi, people know them from Romance of Tiger and Rose?
Tiger and Rose, yeah.
Chen Yi and Yuan Bingyan, obviously Love and Redemption. Bai Lu is actually really interesting. I think she got a bit of a boost with Love is Sweet, but I think, like, I don't even know if that was like the sole reason. Like, I think it's just like her exposure just increased this year overall.
Yeah, so like for Bai Lu, I think it's a special case because a lot of like the actors and actresses, they kind of have that one drama that kind of like brings them out. But I think for Bai Lu, she's been on like a steady increase. Like all of her dramas have been pretty well received. Like just generally have a, like, it's not explosive in that sense, but like they've all been, well received, well liked, and ratings wise it's like a good decent drama and all. So yeah, she's definitely been getting a lot of love, and I think she will continue to rise with that because she has like a historical a Yu Zheng production. There's a historical with one of the actors from her agency, and then she's working with Ren Jialun, which I think is what a lot of people are looking forward to because it's based on a Mo Bao Fei Bao's novel where it's like 2 lifetimes. So it's actually kind of like 2 dramas. Yeah, so I think that one is pretty it's a popular novel, so a lot of people are looking forward to that. So I think she'll kind of like continue with that rise, but I don't know if she's gonna have that like one huge, like really huge drama. And like for Chen Yi and Yuan Bingyan, I think Chen Yi was on the Super Topics? No, right?
Yeah, he was like top 20.
Oh yeah. So like with a lot of the dramas, it's always the boys that get Liu Liang like a lot faster. It's just like normal. So yeah, it's the same case for Cheng Yi and Yuan Bingyan as well. But both of them really got a lot of love for this year from Love and Redemption, and it's very obvious that Huan Rui is really trying to promote Cheng Yi a lot more, because like he has like 2 Huan Rui productions back to back with Zhang Yuxi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just like trying to recall. Like
No. I'm laughing because I don't know what Huan Rui is doing. So
I mean, they're trying to use him to boost the production. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I just don't know what they're trying to do, but we'll see.
But the historical is quite a huge IP as well. So yeah, I mean, hopefully he continues on that. And then like the other 2 that we kind of want to quickly talk about, who kind of got that boost, but for some weird reason they're not really like sustaining it, or like their resources have just been really strange. Like the follow-up dramas that they're doing have just been really strange. So Zhang Xingcheng and Song Weilong. So for Zhang Xingcheng, he had like 2 dramas, right?
Both of them had 2 hit dramas this year. That's why it's so weird to me, because I thought that going into this year, I thought Zhang Xingcheng and Song Weilong would be 2 of like the Liu Liang, the new Liu Liang actors this year.
Yeah, and so Zhang Xingcheng had Skate Into Love and Go Ahead, and Song Weilong had Find Yourself and Go Ahead. And I don't know, maybe a lot of their fans are more like again like casual viewers, where they follow more of the drama and like more of the characters, but they don't convert into like the hardcore fans and into the fandom. So for both of them, we haven't really seen like the numbers been reflected, and their follow-up like dramas haven't been amazing either.
It's weird. Like I don't really understand what Zhang Xingcheng's team is doing, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, so I'm excited for his dramas. I just don't think it's necessarily the boost that I was expecting.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a challenge for him either. So I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, and then like the ones before we go into the 2021 drama. So one actor, like one phenomenon? No, not phenomenon. One thing that we wanted to talk about was also like the rise of veteran actors, or like the actors who have been acting for a while, but they haven't necessarily been that popular or like known to the public. And one of them is Chang Song-wen. So Chang Song-wen, he's also the one of the actors with a very sad story, but one of the actors who's been featured in our Wasted Actors article, where he was basically just talking more about the struggles of an actor in the industry. And like for those of you who don't know, Chang Song-wen is also apart from being an actor, he's also an acting coach. So he actually appeared in Yu Zheng's acting reality show, I can't remember the name, as an acting coach, and currently he's in I Am an Actor season 3 as one of the like judges, I think. Yeah,
he's
one of
the acting coaches.
Sorry?
He's one of the acting coaches.
Was he? But he was on a panel though. So
no, he's on the acting coach panel. Like the coach section is Zhang Zi and Yu Jin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that. So but I think just generally for him, no one really knows like his name, and he's really good. Like I really enjoyed the way not just the way he performs. He was in The Bad Kids, by the way, as the dad. So it's not just about his performance, but like I personally feel like the way he coaches like students he's really how do you say it? He's really gentle into like I don't know, like teaching the students, and like the way he performs and all, it's really emotive. Oh yeah, like it's pretty decent for Song Weilong. Yeah, I forgot about that.
For Legal Nobleman?
Yeah.
No, that one is decent for him. I'm just more surprised by his numbers, I think.
Yeah, I think for him we're more surprised by like the fact that he's not even close to Liu Liang. Like he's not even anywhere on the Super Topics, like the chart, right?
No, he's on the Super Dogs. He's just not like in the top 100.
Was he not in like he wasn't in the top 100. That's why, like, he was in the potential list or something.
And it's not saying he's bad. Like, we're not saying he's doing bad. We're just saying, like, we're shocked because I expected him.
Surprise for us.
Yeah, like I expected to be in Liu Liang this year. I called it.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. I remember that now. But yeah,
I lost that.
Yeah. So so very quickly, because I think we had a tweet asking us on this, like to talk more about the like more of the veteran actors. So the other ones that really did really well this year was Nothing But 30, Tong Yao and Mao Xiaotong. So I think Zhang Xueyin has generally just been doing like well already, and she's signed to Linman, so she has been getting like good works and all. But I think it's in particular for Tong Yao and Mao Xiaotong, they've really come out a lot with this drama. Like especially, I think for Mao Xiaotong, you've just seen her a lot more in terms of like appearances and stuff. Like in terms of like appearances as in like her coming out for events and stuff. And I think dramas wise, she's also like she's taking a daylight drama now, Douban. And after this, like she's taking another drama with Luo Jin. And for Tong Yao, she's I mean for Tong Yao, it's really the drama I think really did a lot for her this year.
If you guys saw her in Like a Flowing River last year, she had like a phenomenal performance in that, and I think she built on that this year with Nothing But 30 in a more commercial way. She won a lot of awards for the like a Flowing River performance, and then the Nothing But 30 performance as Gu Jia definitely won her a lot of like public recognition.
Yeah, also because like I think it's her performance as well as like the character, especially for the
exactly.
it was a really, really strong character. So, just like it's good for her that she took it on. And the two actors that I wanted to mention is also from The Long Night. So I'm so sorry we didn't really go into
Liao Fan.
Yes, his name is so hard to pronounce. So Liao Fan and Bai Yu. So they're both in The Long Night. And if you guys have enjoyed The Bad Kids, do check out The Long Night, because like I mentioned, it was part of the trilogy, and The Long Night did they do better than The Bad Kids?
In review, yes, but I think The Bad Kids was a bigger hit overall.
Yeah, it was a bigger hit, but like reviews wise, The Long Night it did really well. But I do have to say that it's a pretty dark drama. It's the whole fight for justice is just kind of hard to watch, like for me as well. So how do you pronounce his name again?
Liao Fan.
Yes, that. And Bai Yu, both of them like were in that drama, and I was like personally really blown away by Bai Yu, because like for Bai Yu, I think he's always been a really solid actor, but again for this Long Night, because of the reception of Long Night and all, his performance was just a lot more amplified and a lot more I think a lot more people got to know him as a really, really solid actor for this. Like just for me, I just remember like the way he portrayed like the character growth, and it was just it was painfully good. Yes. So like it was painfully hard to watch as well. And like he just makes the character so good. I don't even know how to like talk about it anymore other than saying it's good. So just go watch it. And like for Liao Fan, I think for him, it was actually a lot. If it were given to another actor, I honestly don't think his character would have stood up that well, because the focus wasn't on his character as much. He plays the detective and in the modern times. And the focus just wasn't on him that much. And I think with him coming from like film and like his understanding of the nuances and when they actually pan like to him close-ups and all that, in terms of like the emotions and nuances, he really brought that a lot. And just with like another actor, I don't think we can get to see the same kind of performance. And then just very, very quickly, so one of our favorite topics. So like for this year, a lot of like the younger actresses, it was really a lot of it was a time for them to kind of shine. Like a lot of them actually got out in terms of like films, dramas, and just basically got their names
variety shows.
Yeah, variety shows. So like a lot of them got their names out there a lot this year. And like some of the young actresses like Ren Min, Sun Qian, Zhang Ruonan, the three of them are actually from the same company. So the thing you see is under the same company as well. So they're from Enlight Media. Is it Enlight Media? Yeah,
Enlight Media. Guangxian.
Yeah, so they're they're lucky in that sense, because Enlight Media is also a production company, so they do get casted in like some of their own production companies' films. And apart from like the three of them, there's also Zhou Ye. So Zhou Ye is she got a lot of limelight for Better Days.
She was nominated for the Golden Rooster Award for Best Supporting Actress for Better Days this year, which is huge for her, because the Golden Rooster Awards is one of the biggest film awards in China, and it's something that she'll always have on her resume now.
Yeah, and she's a rookie actress. Like that was, I think, her first work. And yeah, so we pretty much haven't seen her in anything else. So yeah, it's a really good year for her. And she also, I think, like did like some appearances in like the Happy Camp stuff and all. And Zhang Jingyi. So Zhang Jingyi is signed to the agency. Usually we just refer to it as the Chen Kun and Zhou Xun agency because like people just know it that way. So she's signed to K Artists, and yeah, I think I was really looking forward to her performance, and she did a good job in like her drama debut. So I'm pretty excited for like
She was in Run for Young this year.
Yeah, Run for Young. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see like what else she has. And then the last one, a lot of attention on her from China. I don't think internationally she's that huge yet, but a lot of attention from China. Liu Haocun, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Liu Haocun. So she's also known as the new Zhang Yimou girl. And this one, I'll leave it to you. You are the film expert.
So Liu Haotun's known as the new Zhang Yimou girl. She's and what that means is that she is the new girl leading actress casted by Zhang Yimou for one of his films. Past emo girls include Zhang Ziyi, Gong Li, Zhou Dongyu, and Nini, and many more other girls, but those four are probably the most well known. And because of that, because of where she's starting off from in the Zhang Yimou film, there's a lot of media hype around her already and a lot of attention. And she's actually going to be in a Yang Qinxi film, A Little Red Flower, that's going to air at the end of this month. And she also is going to be in 2 more Zhang Yimou films. So there's going to be a lot more coming from her. And we're probably going to see her name a lot more as well.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we're pretty excited as well because young actresses, it's always nice to see like when they're not, new like young actresses and young actors, like promising ones that come out, and we're just like excited to see their performances and how they go from there. Yeah, so that is a bit about the actors and actresses. Oh my god, it's been 2 hours. Thank you so much for still being with us.
We'll bulldoze this way, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, so let's still cover it, I guess.
Yes, so the last section, yes, I promise that we will be ending this soon. But the last section that I think a lot of people are asking for will be the 2021 dramas. Hang on, I compiled this. Can you see my screen? Okay, give me a second. Yeah, okay, so we're going to quickly run through like the 2021 dramas. I know a lot of people have been asking, and very obviously we can't cover everything. So we're just going to really quickly go through like the most anticipated dramas like in general. I think first the moderns and then the historicals, and then we're going to go into the BLs, which we've gotten a lot of questions about, but it's not something that we're very familiar with. And then the I'm just being honest. So, and then the last part, just very quickly on like the most anticipated dramas by us. So for the dramas, like we've compiled like the drama posters just to give you guys a better look. And as we go through it, we'll try our best. I've actually compiled all the trailer links that we've posted on Twitter. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll post it in the comments. So yeah, yeah, so like the first 3 dramas that we're gonna actually cover are the daylight dramas. So for daylight dramas, I mean, generally people who have been in the C-drama world do know that daylight is a really solid production. Yes, there is Zhang Yixing. So like production company. So they usually have a lot of eyes on their productions, and I think next year we're gonna have 3 of them, and they're all moderns.
If they air next year, which hopefully they will, but yeah, there are 3 coming. So the first is going to be Challenges at Midlife. That's Li Jiaying, Yuan Chen, Zhang Yixing, and Seng Yizhou. And
so I'm just gonna dump the trailer. Sorry, I'm just gonna dump the trailer link there. So like, if you guys want to watch it later, you can. I'm so sorry there are no English subtitles, just because we didn't have time to sub everything.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a much anticipated drama, partly because it's daylight. I think, and partly because Li Jiaying and Yuan Chen, for those who know, were also both in The First Half of My Life.
Yeah. And Douban hasn't been doing a lot of dramas. Like the last one was The First Half of My Life, which was very well received. And then she's gone back into films, and this is like her making her way back into drama land again, like after a couple of years, I think.
Yeah. So it'll be good to see her again. The next is one I think both of us are really interested in. It's The Bond.
Yes.
And it's a family drama about 5 siblings. It's centered around 5 siblings. And the main cast, I hope you looked up the other two names because I didn't. But the main
Okay,
cast is,
no, just gloss
the
over
main
it.
cast is Bai and Song
Sonzuar.
Zuar, Mao Xiaotong.
And the two boys, yay! Okay,
One of them is named Zhou Yuan because he has the same name as the
like
actor.
I think it's this guy. Can you guys see my screen? I think he's the guy on the right. I'm so sorry, I forgot. I actually looked it up, but I forgot the second boy's name. I am so sorry.
We
Yeah,
were
so
scrambling before the live stream.
Yeah, I'm bad with boys. I am sorry. But for this, they actually don't have a trailer out yet. So yeah, I won't be linking anything. But it's currently still filming, right? Yeah, it's currently still filming. But I think they're probably gonna wrap it up soon. So yeah, I think just cast wise, we're pretty excited because like the three names that we're more familiar with are actors that we really like, and yeah, we're just kind of I think just for family dramas, if this does well, it could be the more mature version of Go Ahead that we never had. So
The only thing is,
yeah, because yeah, what? Wait.
the
Oh,
only
right,
thing
right,
is
right.
the
The
director of The Bond is the director of probably the most disappointing drama of the year for us, which was Serenade a Peaceful Joy.
Yeah, and I want to say that he's like also probably like the weakest out of all the Daylight lineup. I'm so sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, like I personally think he is. He was the director of The Story Milan, but The Story Milan, I'm fairly confident when I say this. I feel like its success was not because of its directing.
It's not. You can go ahead and say it because it's not just us who think so, but like basically the reviews have been saying the directing and I mean the cinematography and the directing are not great. Like there have been a lot of criticisms for Story of Minglan for like lighting just because it's kind of terrible as a whole.
That
So,
was Serenade
yeah.
People Joy's issue too. Like half of it was like filmed in darkness or something.
Yeah, and it got worse because like I know he really wanted to film like a historical. That's what he said when he did Story of Minglan. So it probably did well. So like Daylight was like, okay, go ahead, film another historical, and it turned out terrible. But to be fair, it wasn't just like entirely his fault for Serenade into Peaceful Joy because I think there was a lot of script issues for that drama. But yeah, so we just kind of that was the only thing about this drama for this because he is directing this, so we're just praying and hoping that it doesn't disappoint and he pulls it off. But otherwise, we're really excited for this one.
And then the next one is Minning Town, which is actually
I'm so sorry. I didn't find a poster for that.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So Minning Town, I'll describe it real quick. Minning Town, I think, is actually Daylight Entertainment's first mini drama.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many episodes it is. I think it's 12 or 16, something like that. But it's definitely their first mini drama, and it has a fantastic cast. Huan Shen is the lead actor on this. Yan Ni and Zhang Jiayi, who for international fans who might not be familiar, these two are probably two of the biggest names in drama land in China.
Yeah.
And they're technically billed as special appearance, but I think they're also technically leads as well. And they have like a whole supporting cast of really strong actors and supporting actors. And most importantly, Minning Town is directed by is it Kong Shen?
I was just waiting to see how you would pronounce
Kong Shen? Is that how you pronounce it? If you're Chinese and listening to this and I'm butchering it, forgive me. I'm Chinese too, but like my Chinese sometimes falters. But anyways, Kong Shen, for people who don't know, is what I consider Daylight's strongest director, and he's honestly considered one of the best directors in drama land period.
I mean, in Fire, so
yeah. So Ho Hongliang, who is the CEO for Daylight Entertainment, recently said that Kong Shen said that Minning Town has been his favorite work. And I don't know if they're just saying that to market the drama or if he really means it, but either way, I'm just really looking forward to it because I think it's a fantastic cast. I'm honestly like the story. I think it's just like a story about villagers, which I think can be really appealing. Like sort of like a flowing river. It's
I was gonna say
everyday man.
Yeah, and I think probably not something that internationally would be that like people will be that interested in, but a lot of like Chinese are kind of interested in how they portray and like how real they keep it, and so I think the interest is a lot in that. And and someone said Yu Huan Chui. I think Yu Huan Chui was the first mini drama because that one was only 12 episodes, right?
Oh, it was. I forgot that. Thanks for correcting.
Yeah.
So I feel like sort of didn't live up to expectations, right?
No, she was just saying that is
No, I know, but I just suddenly thought about it.
Yeah, I didn't because like there were some complaints about like the remarks about women, I think.
Yeah, I remember that now. But yeah,
Yeah.
so Mini Town, I think, thanks for the correction. It's not their first mini job, but has a really fantastic cast. Huang Xuan, I feel like, has a really bad track record in dramas, and it's
Horrible.
like really surprising to me because he is considered to have like the best resources for
Yeah,
film among all.
Yeah, and like he's
actors under
so well loved in film.
Yeah, but for some reason, it's not even his drama resources are bad. It's just they're just bad drama.
No, the characters he chooses are like horrible. Like 2 dramas, like literally the worst kind of male leads.
Yeah.
But yes, tangent. Okay, I'm so sorry that like I forgot to put in the poster for this, but like I put it in the link if you guys want to check it out. So for Minning Town, because it's currently still filming as well, I think so we don't have like a what do you call that? We don't have a trailer or anything yet. So yeah, I don't know. We do have like the first drama still. So yeah, I mean, but it's not gonna tell you much. So I think we just see how it goes.
Yeah. And then next we have Story of Xingfu, which is the new Zhao drama, and Luo Jing has a special appearance in it, and what's his name is co-directing Zheng Xiaolong, who directed Empresses in the Palace or Legend of Zhenhua, is the co-director for it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to find out, because like I know the still is not giving you much, so the trailer for Xingfu is actually here in the link. So they actually released like a short trailer. So I don't know because like Luo Jing is said to have a special appearance, but he appears a lot in this trailer. So I'm not sure what's the direction they're gonna take, but it's pretty much, I think the attention in this is because Zheng Xiaolong is doing another drama, and also because Zhao Ling is kind of doing a different kind of drama than what she's previously done, which are more towards like, you know, the more historicals and stuff. So yeah, we're both pretty excited to see how this one goes. And from the trailer itself, it looks really cute actually. So this story basically follows a woman called Xingfu, and she's like from a village, and it basically just it's really vague, so it basically just follows like her journey.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. And the next is a Love Never Lost.
Wait,
and
did I miss that out again? I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I was trying to find the trailer.
No,
yes,
it's fine. You have a link in the document, by the way, for the
trailer. I do. I'm going to share that.
So A Love Never Lost is by it's by Wu Yuan Culture.
Yeah.
Who also is so what they're best known for is they produce Day and Night, which was like the huge, like one of the biggest web dramas to sort of set off all the web drama trends, and it was also a crime drama. And they later produced
so like 2017, I think.
Yeah, it was 2017. And they also produced a lot of other dramas that have been successful. 3 of the Light On dramas this year were also by them.
Yeah, Kidnapping Game, Sisyphus, and what else?
Did you
say the River one?
Crimson River, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So A Love Never Lost, I think it's by the director, Dana. I have to double check, but it has a very strong scriptwriter and director combo. And the cast is Li Xian, Chen Xia, Wei Daxing, and Zhou You. With a special appearance by Zhu Yawen. And it just, if you've seen the trailer, it looks phenomenal. Like,
yeah, I dropped the trailer link, so like you guys should watch it, because it's not like a topic that, it's not a genre that I'm personally interested in, but the trailer looks really good.
Yeah, and it's set in a part of history I feel like doesn't get covered a lot in Chinese dramas, especially for like younger dramas. It doesn't get covered a lot. So I think for people who are interested in Chinese history, it might actually be really informative. It's covers sort of like the transition from the Qing Dynasty to the Republican era and the Boxer Rebellion and everything in that sense. So I think it'll be really interesting. I'm hoping that it'll turn out well.
Yeah, so I think the last drama that I remember that covered this was White Bear Plain and Bai Lu Yuan.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a veteran cast. So this one has like a really young cast. So I think, people are kind of pretty much waiting to see how that would kind of work out.
I'm going to turn the next 2 over to you.
Okay, so the last 2 modern dramas that very clearly a lot of people are waiting for is You Are My Glory. So this one has Yang Yang and Di Raba So this one is I think we got a question on Curious Cat. So basically a lot of people are waiting for this because like first of all, it's on based on a novel written by Kuman. So Kuman is she writes a lot of no, she doesn't write a lot. She actually writes really slowly. But she writes no, it's so annoying. So she writes like romances, modern romances. Yeah, she writes modern romances, and all of her novels have basically been adapted to dramas. Let me see.
Really
I think
successful dramas.
sorry, what?
They've been successful dramas too.
Yeah, they've been successful dramas because like it was like Boss with Me, which is no Boss and Me with Zhang Han and Zhao Liying. There is that Sunshine one. What was it? You Are My Sunshine. I'm so bad with English names.
I think so. My Sunshine, was that what it is?
No, I don't think so. Okay, the one with Tang Yan and
Wallace Chen.
Yes, Zhong Han. Yeah, so that one as well. That one is kind of weepy, but those two as well as yeah, I think a lot of people know Love O2O. Those are only three, right? Yeah, so she doesn't write a lot because she writes really slowly, but all of her dramas have been adapted. All of her books have been adapted to dramas, and they've all done like really well in terms of like ratings and all. Thank you, my sunshine. Yes. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are waiting to see like if this one would do as well, but also because of the cast, because they casted Yang Yang again, so like he was in Love O2O as well with Zheng Shuang and Diraba. So this one actually follows like an as I okay, just go read up the synopsis because it will tell you more. I can't remember what his occupation was, but yeah, they don't have a trailer yet because yeah, they've only just like released deals like recently, and I guess they're currently filming, but definitely this is going to be a huge one for Tencent next year. And then the other one is the Oath of Love. So the Oath of Love has again two Liu Liang. So there's Yang Zi and there's Xiao Zhan. And this one, like, okay, like please stop asking us when this will air because we honestly don't know. Because I think it was supposed to air this year, and then for reasons it did not air. So I think we might be saying that next year. I don't know. It's really just speculation, but a lot of people have been waiting for this because it's Yang Zi's like next drama after what was it? Go Go Squid. So a lot of people are waiting for this, and it's also Xiao Zhan's like supposedly next drama after The Untamed. But yeah, unfortunately, it has not aired yet. So both are modern dramas that just generally I think a lot of people internationally and in China have been looking forward to. Yeah.
So let's move on to the historicals, and we're going to bundle five. Is it five? One, two, three,
Hang on.
four, five. We're going to bundle five of them together. A quick disclaimer, please don't feel like we hate the actors in these because we do not. This is not commentary on the actors themselves.
Yeah, but we wanted to bundle this five together because it ties in with a topic that we talked about earlier and like CCTV's criticism on a lot of huge IPs, a lot of them are historicals, and actually all of them are historicals, a lot of huge IPs that are bought by Tencent. So all five of these are actually produced by Tencent. And I think it will likely come out next year. So the first one is Chang'e Sing. So Chang'e Sing has Diraba, Wu Lei, what is his name?
Liu Yiming.
Zhao Lusi and Fang Yilun. So yeah, it's basically based on a very popular manhua that I don't think is even done. But yeah, I think like for this one, they said that the production for this like started like a really long time ago, and yeah, a lot of eyes are on this because the manhwa was really, really well received. And I am going to they've actually come up with like a very short trailer recently, not so recently, but this is the trailer for Chang'e Sing if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, and I mean just generally in terms of the names, they are pretty huge names, both in terms of like the leads and the supporting cast, because Zhao Lusi has just risen a lot this year, and the resources that she's been getting is a lot, like huge resources. And this one, yeah, so it's pretty much, I honestly don't know what else to say, but a lot of people are like waiting for this one. And then the next one is Novoland Pearl Eclipse. So again, another Tencent one. So this one has Yang Mi, William Chan, Chen Weiting, Xu Kaicheng, and
Chen Xiaoyun.
Yes, Chen Xiaoyun. Yeah, so yeah, I think this one is like pretty it's another Novoland adaptation. So I just hope that they do this justice because the novel line adaptations have not been going great, but this one is kind of like a standalone. So if you guys are not familiar, novel line is basically like this universe that a few of the authors have written books on it that contribute to like the universe. So
but none of the stories are like actually related. So like novel line is just, it's a universe they created, but the authors are all different, the genres are different, the characters are different, stories are all different. They're all unrelated basically.
Yeah, so you can watch it like as a standalone. It's just that they're just contributing to like this huge universe with like different like humans and different species. So it's kind of like fantasy, like high fantasy. So yeah, I think this one just for the cast alone, it's really anticipated as well, because I think Chen Wei Ting hasn't done a drama in a while, in a couple years I think. And yeah, Yang Mi is coming back with another like historical xianxia. So just based on that, and like Shi Kai Chang is also like, he's been doing like a few of like his own like male lead dramas, and like he's coming in as a supporting cast. And then yeah, Chen Xiaoyun. So this one is yeah, just hopefully, you know, in terms of production and all, they do a good job of it. Yeah. And then the next one is do you want to say something?
Yeah, so Ancient Love Poetry is so the main reason why this one has gotten a lot of eyes is because, one, the novel that it's based on is pretty popular, and because it's Zhou Dongyu making her return to Dramaland.
Yeah.
And she is pairing up with Shikai this time on it. And they've actually got a really pretty interesting supporting cast for this. Zhang Jiani's in it.
So I didn't put a supporting cast, but yeah.
Yeah, and Jaywalk has like a couple of actors in this as well. So there's a lot of eyes on this, just because it is Zhou Dongyu. She's coming off of basically winning 3 golds for film awards, for the biggest film awards. And she hasn't had a really good record with dramas, to be honest. And I say this as someone who loves Zhou Dongyu, but I think everybody's really looking forward to her first foray into xianxia.
Yeah, and she hasn't done, has she done? Oh yeah, she has done historical. But yeah, not historical xianxia. So, and I think it's very interesting because I don't think anyone was kind of expecting this pairing as well. And like Shikai has another drama that I don't think anyone was expecting that pairing as well, because he's doing another drama with Yang Mi. So yeah, I mean we'll see if, you know, he can kind of hold his own, because he's still considered a pretty not so much new, but definitely not experienced when it comes to, you know, acting.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And the next one is The Golden Hairpin, which is based on a very, very popular novel. I think it actually has an official English translation. If you guys are interested, you can actually buy it on Amazon, the official English translation.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just throw the link for Asian Love Poetry trailer if you guys want to check it out. And then yeah, so like for The Golden Hairpin, I actually think that yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the novel is written by, this is by Fei Wasicun, right? Yeah, I think so. It's by right?
Wait, what?
The novel is written by Fei Wasicun, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Wait,
I don't think so.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so basically, Fei Wasicun also wrote like Dong Gong, which is what was it again? Goodbye, My Princess. Yeah.
Wait, are you sure? No, it's not. It's not written by Fei Wasicun.
Is it not? Oops, I'm sorry. Is it not?
No, it's not.
I swear, I could have sworn it was.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Hold on. We're having a debate right now.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry, it's not. Okay. But anyway, okay, that did not happen. So basically, the novel is actually, the story is really interesting in the sense where, oh, it's getting a Korean remake. What? Okay, I did not know that. Okay, yes. So, for The Golden Hairpin, like apart from the leads, because again, it's Yang Zi making like her way back to Dramaland. It's just that, you know, none of her dramas have aired yet. But and also Chris Wu Yifan, who's making like his pretty much drama debut. Yeah, drama debut. And I think for the story itself, I took a look at it and it sounds really interesting because it's I mean, it has my favorite genre, which is like mystery suspense, and it's set in like historical times. So yeah, a lot of eyes are on this one, and I won't go into details, but a lot of, you know, fights and over the billing order as well.
Behind the scenes stuff about this one.
yeah, about this one, but yeah, I mean both leads have appeared on the during the Tencent like event to promote it, so I think yeah, it's kind of like all good. But basically, yes, thank you. I'm so sorry, guys, that I got the outro wrong. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so this one like a lot of people are looking at it as well. Just because I mean honestly, all of this have like huge Liu Liang names, so people are definitely going to be looking forward to it.
And
And
then
yeah, the story like the novel was pretty well received as well. Like it was considered like a huge IP as well.
yeah. And then the last one for this bundle is the Mirror Twin Cities, which sees Lee Feng returning to historical dramas, which he hasn't done in a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, to be very honest, like the rumors for this one came out quite early on, and like I was like, there's no way that it's gonna be true. Hang on, let me just drop the trailer for the Golden Happy. Yeah, I was like, there's no way it's gonna be true because like it felt like he was kind of going on to trying out other genres because he's pretty much known for historical xianxias. Like there was Swords of Legends and Legend of Zhuxian, both of like huge IP works that Huan Rui made him do. And yeah, and I kind of thought that with Fearless Whispers and like with I think like a film of his and all that he was kind of gonna veer away from that, but he actually came back to historical xianxias.
Yeah, and then this one is actually because we actually got a CC on this today. So the author, this one is based on a novel from the author who wrote Listening Still Tower.
Yes.
And the author who wrote this is also the author of an upcoming drama called Zhu Yan. There's been a lot of rumors about that one right now.
Yeah, but okay, so I just want to quickly jump into this because I was actually really interested in Listening Slow Tower, which you guys can check out the drama, but I personally didn't like it because they changed a lot of stuff from the original work. But the author is actually really I think her novels came back like quite a while back. But the novels are very well loved and very well received. So like for Listening Snow Tower and for Mirror Twin Cities as well, like she's a really good author in terms of like building up like the plot and the characters. And like I think the best part, I'm not sure about Mirror Twin Cities to be honest, but like the best part of Listening Snow Tower was like the two leads are really, really strong leads. And I was kind of sad that they didn't like bring that across in the drama. But yeah, but I mean just like her books are pretty huge IP works as well. Like I was like looking at it and like they were in all the bookstores and stuff.
Yeah, so
I had the supporting cast as well. And the supporting cast is at least for the guys, they're kind of known as well. I didn't expect Zheng Yecheng to go back to being supporting, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that was surprising to me too. But I think so. We want to talk about these together because again, it goes back to the earlier thing about Tencent and Liu Liang and big IPs. We're not saying like our hope is that these turn out really well. That all of them are quality productions, but from what was released this year at the industry event, and this isn't just us talking, there were actually a lot of comments on this. As collectively, these 5 dramas, the trailers for them weren't quite what people expected. It has nothing to do with the actors. It's the production quality. I think that a lot of people felt was a bit disappointing. It might be because they're trying to hurry the productions. It might be because they spent so much money buying the IP and hiring the big name cast, but it doesn't feel like they're casting for the roles or they're casting for the story or that they're caring a lot about the story. And obviously we don't know how they'll turn out. Again, we hope that they turn out well, but it's just something that's been going back.
I mean, it's what the viewers have reflected after watching like all the trailers as well. Like it seems like a lot of fluff, but we're just not sure if like the substance is gonna be there. And I think the problem with like IP works is always because you are pandering to the fans of the original works, but it's very, very difficult to live up to expectations basically because out of all like the readers, they have impressions of all the characters and stuff, and if you don't cast right or if something just goes wrong, if you just change a bit of like the plot, people will not be happy. So yeah, it's just generally not easy as well, and it doesn't help if Tencent is just basically throwing all these big names and everything to just get the views. But I think with that said, it's still because of like all these big names and because of all this huge IP, so a lot of people are still really excited for it.
Yeah, for sure. So to touch on a couple of other historical dramas, Luoyang, which is currently filming. Huang Xuan, Wang Yibo, and Song Qian and Song Yi are the main cast members for it.
Yeah.
And,
So we don't have posters for this yet because they haven't like released anything. I think they just like showed photos of them at the like filming ceremony. So like this are like I'm pretty sure they're leaked, but a lot of people have been posting them. So like when it first got announced, that's why I have to explain, that's why they look like it's so blurry and stuff. So the first what they were called Ting Zhuang, so like the costume fitting for the leads probably have been leaked. So there's Huang Xuan, Wang Yibo, and Song Qian. So yeah, I mean, for Luoyang, do you want to go more into like Luoyang and like why it's so hyped?
Yeah, so Luoyang is it's based on a story that apparently hasn't even been officially published yet, by Ma Boyong, who also wrote The Longest Day in Chang'an and also Schemes of Antiques. So his stories, he's a very well-known author, and his stories tend to be very well written. So I feel like the drama adaptations for them work a little bit better because they have such a strong source material to work with to begin with.
And because this one is like not published yet, so if you like Google and stuff, you can't find like the source novel.
Yep.
And wait, do you mention that he also he's also the novel, like the author of
The Longest Day?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot of anticipation for that. But to be clear, I think a lot of people are hyped about this because of The Longest Day in Chang'an. But to be clear, it's not the same production team. It's not the same director. But there's still a lot of hype around it because Ma Boyong's stories tend to be very, very strong.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much because like someone is asking, is this a romance drama? And I'm gonna presume you're asking that for Luoyang. I don't think it's one. Like, do we even have the synopsis for this?
I try to look for one. Let me check while you talk.
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's. I mean, if his works are anything to go by, I don't think it's gonna be like that much steeped in romance. But I do think romance is probably gonna be a part of it. So because like if you watch Longest Day of Chang'an, yeah, it's literally about the longest day in Chang'an. Like what?
No, sorry. I'm saying I'm being lazy. I'm looking at my drama list. It's basically three people who come together to investigate mysterious incidents. And it's about Wu Tian.
Oh, yeah. So basically, I think it sounds a lot like The Longest Day in Chang'an. So, The Longest Day in Chang'an is also kind of the same concept. So, they do try to unravel like a someone who's trying to blow up like the entire city, and they are trying to find like who's the person behind it. And yeah, I think this drama takes on like the same kind of suspense element to it. So for Longest Day in Chang'an, there was romance, but it really wasn't like, it was really, really not the backbone of the entire story.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a lot of historical dramas where it may be an element, but it's not what it's focused on.
Yeah.
And then the next one is actually one that I'm really excited about, and I think you are. It's a wuxia drama, which is very rare these days. We don't get a lot of whole wuxias anymore.
Yes.
And it's Sword Snow Stride, and there is a lot of excitement for it primarily because of one reason. It's basically is it Wang Juan?
Continue our Google's name.
It's the scriptwriter of Joy of Life, and Zhang Ruoying, who are pairing up again. Wang Jun, however you say his name. He has been getting a lot of hype as a scriptwriter because of Youngblood, because of Joy of Life, and then obviously Zhang Ruoying is coming off of Joy of Life as well. They're teaming up again, and they have a very, very strong cast for this one. A lot of the Joy of Life cast members will actually be making special appearances here. They have two of the hottest names in child actors who are making special appearances too. Ron Zishan and Han Haoling are both going to be in it as well. They've got Zhang Tian'ai, they got Lin Genxi, who's a really promising up-and-coming actress as the female lead. So there's a lot. If you've seen like the initial stills and trailers, it looks really, really awesome.
Yeah, so like I just want to quickly say, because like I checked on my drama list and on Wang Juan, the scriptwriter basically. So I'm sorry, no, I have to add this in just because we're talking about him, because yeah, I know Li Gengxi looks actually very different in the still. Like I couldn't recognize her. Like honestly, I couldn't recognize. Yeah, so I don't know how the relationship is gonna be because she is quite young. So yeah, but anyway, talking about like the scriptwriter, I just want to quickly mention, like if you guys do use my drama list and do happen to see Wang Juan on my drama list, whatever they're saying there is not true. So hang on, what did they say again? I can't remember.
That he's known for adopting IPs or something.
Yeah, okay, like no, I have to say this. So like my drama list has him as like one of the few as one of the few writers who have a fan base. What kind? I'm sorry, but Wang Juan is known for writing good paced scripts, which I don't deny, and rewriting IP novels into dramas. That is not what he's known for. Like, who the hell wrote this page? Okay, sorry. So basically, he's known for, and he has risen a lot this year because he's known for writing like his original scripts. And even before this, he was actually, was it last year? Oh my God, Youngblood was last year. Yeah. So for last year, Youngblood and Joy of Life were two of the main ones that he was really known for. Joy of Life definitely a lot more, but like Youngblood was an original script. So the only IP that he's written was Joy of Life, and I think this one, right? This one is an IP, right?
Yeah, this one's an IP. He also did Eagles, or he was the
Eagles and Youngsters. Yeah.
Yeah, scriptwriter for Eagles and Youngsters.
Yeah, but basically, like before that, he was already known in the industry, just not like mainstream because a lot of people don't know like scriptwriter names. But even before that, he was known for his really like witty and like fast paced and just like witty. Like he's really witty, and he's known for that in his scripts, and it's original scripts. I have to emphasize this: it's original scripts and not like IPs into. I just have to say this because he's really known for that. Like literally everyone was praising him for original script after Youngblood came out because like his works bear a lot of like his signature and his trademark kind of plot twists and like the wit and the humor in it. So yeah.
Just a clarification because we did get a question on this on CC. Youngblood technically had 5 scriptwriters. He was the scriptwriter, and his tone and voice shone the strongest through it, which is why people generally credit him the most with it.
Yeah. So just quickly answering. So for IP, it I think technically means
intellectual property.
That's correct, but how the China industry has been using it is that they basically refer to anything because intellectual property is basically means anything with like rights and stuff. I'm not a lawyer, don't kill me if I'm wrong, but they've been using it to refer to like like source novels, like manhwas, like animations and basically anything that's like has like intellectual property. I know it's a bit hard to understand, but yeah, so whenever like we mention about like IP works, it basically means that they're adapting something from the source, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it could be, or it exists as like a series or franchise. It could be a novel, it could be a game, it could be a manhua or donghua, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's just like it. So it technically doesn't like it means intellectual property, but when it's being used, it's kind of a different meaning in a way, kind of. Okay, I'm going. Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Wait, did I put the trailer for this? Yeah. Okay, so the last batch of dramas that we want to talk about for the historicals are
unfortunately
okay, Hate the Man, but unfortunately he has found something that the market really reacts to and wants. So Yu Zheng has like
4 dramas coming.
Wait, Court Lady is right. He has 4 dramas coming up. So one of them, Royal Feast, is currently airing. I don't think I found
currently filming.
Yeah, currently filming. So but like we just basically lumped them together because he has like a bunch of dramas that's waiting to air. So basically for Yu Zheng, if you guys don't know, he's basically like a guy that everyone just kind of loves to hate. I mean it's like the only way I can think to put it. Just because he's just really annoying. But the problem is he after he made his comeback with Story of Yanxi Palace, and like unfortunately it was a hit, unfortunately for all of us because we have to bear with him now. He kind of knows what works and he's taking that popularity of Story of Yanxi Palace and like replicating it to all of his like upcoming works, just in terms like you can very clearly tell like upcoming he has Court Lady, that one has
Shikai,
and then Royal Feast, which has Shikai and Wu Jingyan, and that's currently filming. There is the Matriarch, so that one has Jiang Qingqing and Yang Rong, and I can't remember, like it's a kind of
Zhang Hui and a bunch of people.
Yeah, also a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And Song of Youth. So Song of Youth is the comedic one with Bai Lu and I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, but yeah, Bai Lu and
La Mu Yangzi.
Yeah, so all of this works, you can very clearly see that he is adopting the color palette that did really well for Story of Yanxi Palace. And I'm pretty sure because he's like going on and on about how his, like paying a lot of attention to like quality and stuff. So like very quickly, Yu Zheng is a producer and he also owns his own like production company / agency. So there are a few people under Yu Zheng. His agency is called Huan Yu. Yeah, Huan Yu. So Huan Yu has Bai Lu, Xu Kai, Wu Jingyan, Nie Yuan.
Song Weilong.
Yeah, I forgot Song Weilong. So yeah, I mean it's very common names that you usually see in all of his dramas because he tends to cast a lot of his own actors.
And he was known for kind of like he did a lot of idol dramas back in the day, and he is credited. And he will boast about this all day long. He is credited with bringing Yang Mi and Zhao Ling specifically to popularity because they really broke out with his dramas. Yang Mi for Palace, and then Zhao Ling for what's it called?
Legend of Zhen Huan. No, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Legend of Lu Zhen. Yeah. So so no, okay, so very quickly, I think he did like a couple of scripts, but basically everyone was saying that he's a shit script writer. So like everyone was saying that the reason why Story of Yanxi did so well was because he was just a producer and he didn't touch the script at all. But yeah, so
he didn't touch the script either.
Yeah, he didn't touch the script at all. So but he loves accrediting all of these things to himself. So he knows what gets people talking, and like he's like the epitome of like there's what's that term, like there's like about bad publicity, like
there's
bad
no
publicity
such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and he's like the epitome of that because he stirs up all sorts of shit on Weibo and basically just gets on all the like trending topics and stuff. So if you usually see him trending, he's probably like giving his 2 cents on like stuff and
the latest trending topic.
Yeah, like he like as an industry like insider, he likes to give his 2 cents, which no one usually cares. But
and he brings in people who like are totally unrelated into it too.
Yeah, so like he constantly talks about how he discovered Zhao Ling and he discovered Yang Mi, and it's hella annoying. But unfortunately, it gets worse because like Story of Yanxi Palace was a hit, and like he was known in the past for like doing really shitty idol dramas, like just in terms of like not the like in terms of like the story as well as like the coloring, but the problem is kind of he learned from that. So we're getting like Yu Zheng with good works, and it's bad because he's just basically basking in all that glory right now. So yeah, unfortunately, as much as we hate him, his dramas are kind of addictive in that sense.
Yep, and he has some promising young actors under him too, which is terrible for the rest of us.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, it's unlikely that you will stop hearing about him, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, for those of you guys who are not familiar with him, like I hope that kind of explains a bit about who he is. And the last thing was about plagiarism. Yeah, he did get into a plagiarism issue, and I think
he's got into a lot of plagiarism issues.
Yeah, a lot. So basically, in like all of his old dramas, he basically like lifts a lot of like the scenes. I remember when I was watching Palace, like 宫锁心语 Palace with Yang Mi, like there were literally scenes that he stole from Meteor Garden. I'm sorry, was it like no, Boys Over Flowers? I remember I was watching.
He did. Yeah,
it was so bad. Like I could literally like pinpoint the exact scene that he took out, and it was just so he's very known for plagiarism in that sense, and he kind of likes to defend himself, but he lost the case. So he lost the case, right?
He lost against Chong Yao, but he never apologized for it, which is why he's being boycotted right now by like 100.
Yeah, so basically he likes to, and he likes to say a lot of like stuff that he knows will get him trending, and and right now he's on I am an actor as a judge. So unfortunately, this is not the last you've heard of him, and he just really likes the limelight. So yeah. Okay, so that's about it for like the moderns and the historicals that are pretty much like talked about. But of course, this is not everything because these are also like some of the ones that we think are going to air next year, and hopefully it will. We will put this whole live stream up on YouTube. I think we just have to hit publish after that. So if you're still here, thank you so much. Like honestly, it's been 3 hours. I don't know why you guys are still here. But thank you so much, and we're going to end soon. So like the last part that we're going to talk about is the BL dramas. So like
BL 101.
Yeah, CNETs basically are calling it as as BL 101 because there are so many that are being done this year, and it looks like all of them are looking to air next year, if not like most of them are looking to air next year. And I think there's a lot of talk about it because a lot of them, all of them actually, all of them are based on like huge IP works. Like they are huge novels. You know, talking about for like the first one that we'll quickly run into is how are you saying, which is Immortality. So it's based on, I can't remember what the novel name is, but you guys can like quickly look it up. So this one stars Chen Feiyu and Luo Yunxi. So it's basically they got like two I think for this one they got like two of the bigger stars, I think, compared to the others, and not looking at Zhang Gong'an.
Yeah,
right?
but even so, there are like two people who I would say are more known among like fandom for those who follow the entertainment industry than like big names. So you'll notice for all these BL adaptations, with the exception of A League for Noblemen or Zhang Gong'an, they're actors who aren't like super well known with the public yet. And one of the reasons why they're taking this is to, you know, get to that like, next level too.
Yeah, so for this one, yeah, I think it was like rumored for the longest time, and then when it was I think they have like a really huge fan base now, and it's very obvious that Tencent really wants to promote this just because the recent Tencent Starlight Awards or like All Stars Awards, they they got both of the boys together, and they are kind of really starting to promote it a little bit. And and like the novel itself is it's really well received amongst the audience as well. I will be very honest and say that we're not super familiar with like the BLs, so this is just based on like what we know and what we've heard.
I do think it's a smaller IP than a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, but I think this one is just a lot of hype because of the cast as well, because Luo Yunxi was, when it was announced, Luo Yunxi was just coming off of Ashes of Love, and he really got a lot of fans for that. And Chen Feiyu did Evernight, and I think that one, the first one, was really well received as well. And this year, like Luo Yunxi had Love is Sweet as well. So I mean, just a lot of the fandom is huge for BLs in general, and a lot of them are just really looking for this. And even though we've gotten we've not posted a lot, there's a lot of like what do you call lutos? There's a lot of like
pictures.
Pictures, like photos and
videos
filming. So there's a lot of anticipation for this, but we I don't know, I honestly don't know when they're gonna air it. Hopefully like in the first half of 2021, but it would be considered.
It's actually it's rumored for, and it's rumored by pretty reputable sources. They're currently aiming to air March or like spring 2021.
Okay, yeah, that is actually quite like fast, because like all of this, like they have to have like a lot of post production. So so this is one of them. And the next one that is also based, this one is pretty huge, right, for the IP wise?
It's pretty huge. I mean, is this Priest? Is it Priest?
No, I'm checking this. I'm so sorry. No, I don't think so.
No.
So A Tale of the Wanderers. It is Priest.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it is Priest. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Priest is pretty much like the biggest name in writing like BL novels. So
and just known as a really good writer overall. Legend of Fae, which is currently airing right now, is also, the source novel is also by her.
Yeah, and I think that is the only like BG romance that she has written, and all of her other stuff has been BL, and a lot of them have been bought, and a lot of them, if not all, I think, have been bought and is going to become like a drama. So and thank you, I forgot that. So she's the author of Guardian. So Guardian is one of the first few like BLs that really made it big. So it was like Guardian first, and then after that the Untamed, very obviously huge one. So she wrote Guardian, and Legend of Fae, we mentioned that. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, so if you guys are actually wondering, because a lot of her novels have been translated into English, so if you guys are wondering, you can check out like novel updates. And no, I don't think this one is okay. So I was looking at the comments. So for 天涯客, basically it has Zhang Zhehan and Gong Jun. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Gong So both of them I think are smaller names than Chen Feiyu and Luo Yunxi, but they're kind of like in that, like what Jay mentioned earlier, like they're in that area where they're kind of known for some works, but they're not like huge yet. And so a lot of them like in that tier are like taking on like BLs to get their name out there more, and they have like released like a few stills for this, and I think this one
It's a
is
wuxia
trying.
drama, right?
Yeah, I think so, and I think this one is trying to air first, if I'm
Yes.
not wrong.
So like, it seems like to us from what we've seen, there is a competitive advantage, or at least the production companies believe there is a competitive advantage in being the first one to air. So
Yeah.
天涯客, A Tale of the Wanderers, Gongju recently said on a live stream that it's
You got.
Yeah, so like it seems like this is probably going to be the one that we will see first, unless something happens and it gets pushed back. But according to most sources right now, that's probably the one that's coming first.
Yeah, so I think with all of like the BLs, we're just also looking to see, whether, I think everyone is looking to see whether it will affect like the popularity, because in the earlier years, like Guardian and the Team, it was just those works in the year itself. So next year we actually have quite a few. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And the ones we're covering isn't even all of it. Like there's also like the Zhang Yujian one and the Zhang Yao ones. So
yeah, like the smaller ones. But these are more like known ones.
Yeah.
So the next one is Sha Po Lang. So Sha Po Lang is also written, like it's also based on a novel by priests. So as you can tell, like there's really a lot of priest like adaptations coming up. So Sha Po Lang has Tan Jianci and Chen Zheyuan. So again, this one is quite interesting because I had a glimpse at it, and I think this one has like steampunk, and I'm actually quite curious to see like how they would adapt it into, like how they would bring the steampunk element into it. So yeah, but this one I think we like it was filmed later, right? Yeah, I think they announced it later and it was filmed later.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were like around the same time. Like like the three of these, like they kind of overlapped filming times.
I thought How Are You Seeing did like came.
No, How Are You Seeing like took like 5 months though.
Oh yeah, it was really long. Yeah. So like I don't know. So I think we haven't really heard much about this, like when it's going to air yet.
Yeah.
But all of this, I think I checked. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the interesting thing is none of this have had trailers out yet. So honestly, I don't know. Maybe they're just rushing for like to get it out. But they actually don't have trailers yet, and they only have like the stills. And the last one, which is ironically not even wrapped up yet, has a trailer because it's
wrapped actually.
Oh, it's wrapped?
Yeah.
Oh, but not officially, right? Like they didn't announce it, right? No, I know Douban wrapped, but not.
Yeah, so we wrapped apparently as well, because we got a CC on it, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like it wrapped really recently, but I mean under Tencent, so like I don't know, Tencent probably just wants to get all of it out. So
A League for Noblemen or Jungle Man is a little bit more interesting, or it's not a little bit more interesting. It's interesting because it's got the biggest name among all the BL adaptations. So everybody, I think, was pretty shocked when they heard Jing Boran was casted for this, and
I was
when it was Wu Lei as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jing Boran is coming from like he's more in the realm of established actor already because of his work in film, his success in film, and for him to take on a drama like this was pretty surprising to people because it's just a bit risky as well. But also, Jungle is probably the smallest IP, I would say, among the
definitely
we've mentioned so far. So there probably is a little bit less risk in that they don't have as like as much as like passionate book fans as some of the other ones do.
Yeah. So like I think for this because it's supposed to be a shorter drama, right? Like did they announce the number of episodes?
Let me check while you talk.
Yeah, so I can't remember if they announced the number of episodes, but basically it's gonna be like shorter. So I think that's probably why he took it as well, and he actually wrapped up like pretty quickly, and then he's going over to psychologist after this. So this one is like the BL elements of this is not as strong, if I'm not wrong. So,
right. Even in the source, like there was when this was first announced, there was a huge debate on Weibo and Douban about whether this actually counts as BL or not.
Yeah.
People say it counts as a BL genre-wise, but in terms of like its actual contents, it's very, very subtle BL, even in the source novel.
Yeah, because I think the heart of it is really more about like them like solving the crime and not so much
Yeah.
about like the romance aspect of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I think yeah, I'm just guessing, you know, because the trailer actually came out and we're quite surprised by it. So maybe yeah, I'm just
It
hopeful
actually looks
for
I was really impressed by the production quality.
yeah.
And I think it really answered a lot of people's questions on why Jim Boran took this because
Yeah.
honestly, so many people were like, why is Jim Boran doing this?
Yeah, and so like BL's is basically like boy love. So it's supposed to be like the source novel is supposed to be romance, but very obviously because of censorship and stuff, they usually don't go down the romance angle. So I'm honestly not sure, like I don't think anyone knows how all these dramas are gonna pan out. But yeah, I mean it's like 90% likely that they're gonna take it more of the romance angle. So yeah.
And then there's one of the biggest IPs is actually there's like 3 really big IPs coming.
Yeah, huge.
So the one that's currently not currently airing, currently filming is the drama adaptation of Saye, which is one of the biggest BL IPs. The drama adaptation is called Chasing the Lights, and it stars Fan Chenchen, Wang Anyu, and Wang Shendi. And honestly, like I'm actually really looking forward to it because I love Wang Anyu. Not just for his face. I think he's a really promising young actor too. But I'm really excited that he finally has an opportunity to do a bigger project. And
Yeah.
so I think the casting for this is actually really solid. So
Yeah, I honestly think okay, so like for this, when I was in China, like I went into the bookstores and like literally the books for Sayo was everywhere. And like it's just a really huge and like popular novel. And like I remember, like, do you remember the rounds of like rumors that they had for Saya? And like everyone was just like really unhappy about it because I mean, you know, like how novel fans are just not happy when generally they're like adapting it into dramas.
yeah.
Just because like the casting doesn't live up to their expectations. So yeah, like the expectations for this one is really high because it's a really huge IP. And I think like casting wise, they kind of like from what we've seen so far at least, yeah, they've kind of got it pretty well, I would say. So
I think book fans are a little bit unhappy, but like for the rest of us, I think we're pretty happy with the cast.
Okay. Oops. But okay, yeah. So
no, it's because like you know how book fans are, so
yeah, I mean book fans are always unhappy in that sense because yeah.
It's hard to live up to your imagination because they love the book, they love the characters, they have a picture of it in their head, and it's really hard to live up to that. So
yeah, and I'm like the same about it as well. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys are talking about censorship, so yeah. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely gonna change a lot of things, but yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. So for the next two, we don't have any photos yet because the casting is not even announced, and I think there's gonna be a lot of craziness when the casting is announced. So
they're two of the biggest IPs.
Yeah. So the first one is Motu, which is also by Priest, and it's we actually are really interested in this because it's like a modern crime one, and yeah, it's like it's the same thing for this because I think it's Priest. Like, is it her latest works? Because I saw it everywhere in the bookstores as well.
I don't think it's her latest. I think she has something else that she's currently writing.
Right. Okay. No, but like it's the latest that's published, I think, and like.
Oh, I don't know about that. I have no idea.
Yeah, so like I've seen this like in all the bookstores as well as like, and the synopsis is really interesting. So this one, I think both of us are kind of intrigued as to how the casting would go because the rumors are weird and I'm sorry, the rumors are so weird. Who was it? It was Pan Yueming, right?
If it's Pan Yueming, I will laugh myself to death. I would just say that. It's not there's nothing wrong with that. It's just really funny to me. That's it.
Yeah, it just like I wouldn't ever imagine him in like a BL. But to be fair, like Motu is like an I don't know their exact age in the books, but it is an older.
It seems like they're gonna cast older for that at least.
Yeah, because like all of the BLs that we've covered so far, and also because like a lot of them are like historical, so it's a lot of like younger cast.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Motu is like really interesting just because like the story is really different and it's not a historical and it's an older cast. So we're kind of really intrigued as to who will, you know, take it.
The latest word is that they are still working on the casting for this. So the rumors that are going around are probably not reliable.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah,
take
we're
everything
just
here with a grain of salt for now.
yeah, we just thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying,
we have
if it
our
really
own.
is Miami, I'm just gonna laugh and laugh and laugh.
Oh, okay, thank you. So 22 and 29. So yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
but
like,
it does
29
appear
is
they
like
want to cast older for that.
yeah, so like 29 is like usually older than what we kind of see. So yeah.
And I think they're gonna choose actors who are older than 29.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for this, and yeah, I think it will be pretty crazy when they announce casting as well. We do have like our own dream cast as well, but it will never happen. So I'm just saying. Okay, like so the next one, the last one that we're gonna talk about for BLs is I'm probably gonna butcher the name, but 天官赐福. So Heaven's Official Blessings. It is a huge IP. So if you guys don't already know, there is an animation out by Tencent. So
And subbed.
yeah, so what?
Oh, I said it has subtitles on Bilibili.
Oh, yeah, it has subtitles. And no, I think when was it? Oh yeah, on the PUBG channel. So
Yeah.
like a lot of people like are already watching it, and like a lot of people are looking forward to it. And like I know there was some questions like asking us what was our most popular tweet, and this was it for like last month, I think. So like this one had like I don't know, like 8K retweets in total, I think. And that was just like the announcement of the production of the drama. So yeah, and I just want to quickly jump in for this because I think a lot of people don't know how it works. So 天官赐福 like animation is by Tencent, but the drama is actually by iQIYI and was it Huace?
I think so.
Yeah, so basically it's on two different like platforms, and a lot of people don't understand how it works. So basically when they actually buy and sell like IP rights, it's not like a if you buy it, someone else can do it, and it really just depends on like the contract. So they actually have different IP rights for animation, for like drama, for novel, for like the game and everything. And sometimes they don't do it like exclusively. So that's why you actually see so many of like the Lost Tomb and Candle in the Tomb adaptations. And like for those books, it gets even worse because there are a lot of books like in the whole series, and they actually sell it by books, and like so like from the first to fourth story, and like when they make it into a drama, they could like only be focusing on one of the books. So I mean that's just how like IP rights work. So for this one, I'm honestly not sure how it works. I don't know if Tencent is going to come out with another drama of their own. I don't know if they have the rights for that. It could possibly be it, but yeah, so for now like the animation is on Tencent, and but just because Tencent has been going in very strong on like animations on the animation market, and IT has the drama rights to it. So yeah, I mean for huge IPs, it's not uncommon to have like multiple adaptations as well as like films coming out of it as well. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
And there has no cast. I can't talk. There has not been a cast announced for this one yet.
Yeah.
Any rumors you hear now, honestly, take everything with a grain of salt until the last minute, because with really huge IPs like this, everything is constantly changing behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's changing, and they're honestly not gonna announce it. Like sometimes they don't even announce it when they start filming. So it's just really hazy right now. But definitely I think this is one of the biggest ones like in China as well as internationally that a lot of people are looking forward to. So yeah, I think that pretty much sums up like the BLs that are bigger and more famous. There are some others as well. Yeah, but I mean we didn't have the time to go through like every single one, but these are just like the main ones.
Yes, and both of those are set to wait for official announcements.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the three that we just covered, 沙耶, 默读 and 天官赐福, I'm pretty sure they won't be out until 2022.
Saya, I think, might be faster than that.
Yeah,
Saya
Saya might be
modern.
faster because it's modern, but yeah, I don't know. So it really depends on censorship. But for the other two, I think 天官赐福 definitely will not be next year because they're not even like filming yet. So yeah.
Yeah. So both of those I think are slated to start filming first quarter 2021. And usually when you start hearing names closer to the actual filming date, they're going to be a little bit more reliable.
Yeah, we're still quite far from them now.
Yep.
So okay. Oh my god, I can't believe we've been talking for like 3 hours. Okay, we're gonna be really like done really soon. So like the last section, it's just a very short one that we wanted to share some of the dramas. Like we've covered like some of those that we are anticipating like above, but these are like the additional ones that we are personally anticipating. And one of it is like two of them are from the IT Light On series. So for the IT Light On series, like I was covering earlier, they have announced two more that have been filmed already, and I think there's three more, right?
Yeah,
Or
they
was it
announced two that have. So they announced their 2021 plus 2022 lineup, and two of
yeah.
those have already been filmed. Three of those have not been filmed yet.
Yeah, so there are a total of are they all gonna air next year?
No, two of them. These two are, but the other
Oh,
three are not.
that's so sad. Okay, yeah, so for these so like for the two that we already know that are coming out, so I actually thought that the first one, Wisher, which has Feng Shaofeng, Fan Chengcheng, and Wen Qi, I thought it would actually air this year, but it didn't. So like they pushed it to next year. The premise for this is pretty interesting. Like I actually can't remember right now, but yeah, I don't think they've announced. They have not released like any official trailers for this, but the premise and the concept was quite interesting. The last I recall, go and look that up. But yeah, so for like the Light On series, we're just generally praying and hoping that it goes like it continues on being good. But for this
And
one,
yeah, and this one is from the same production company. The one that we mentioned earlier, is it Wu Yuan? I think it's Wu Yuan Culture, and it's the one that
oh right.
produced Kidnapping Game, Sisyphus, and Crimson River.
Yeah, and like just a quick one, like to be very honest, Wu Yuan did really well with Day and Night, but to be like really, really honest, there were some issues with not so much Kidnapping Game, because Kidnapping Game was still like pretty well received, but Sisyphus and Crimson River were pretty I'm not sure if it's because of censorship for Sisyphus, but the ending was kind of a letdown, so it's a bit more like for the works that Wu Yuan has done. So I'm just like hoping that this one actually comes out well, because yeah, I mean Wen Qi is a amazing actress. Like she won a Golden Horse, right?
She won the Golden Horse for Best Supporting Actress when she was 14. She was
Yeah,
nominated for Best Actress at that same Golden
yeah,
Horse.
yeah. So her performance is definitely going to be like really strong. So yeah, just really looking forward to this one. And then the next one that we're really looking forward to is what is it again? Oh,
Who
Who
is
is Murderer?
Murderer?
Yeah, sorry, the English name is weird. Who is Murderer is it stars Zhao Liying, Song Yang,
Xiao
right?
and Dong Zijian.
Yes, so the cast for this is like really solid as well. And yeah, and they have a short trailer. Wait, let me link you guys. So it doesn't really tell us much. Honestly, I have no idea. No, wait, there is a synopsis for this. I think it's something about like a past crime that happened, and then like them trying to solve it, like a young investigator who's on the case. Something along the lines of that. Okay.
But yeah, we're really looking forward to it because honestly, we're really intrigued by the cast. We
Yeah.
love Zhao Liying, and Xiao and Dong Zijian are very, very solid. And I just really like that we're getting a fresh combination here with actors.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have like unexpected combinations, and it's also nice to see like Charlene come out of like her usual kind of styles. And she's like for next year, I'm really excited for her because she has like Who is Murderer and she has Sing Fu as well, and those are like two very different genres. So I think it's good for her as an actress as well that she can kind of dabble in the other stuff. So yeah, we're really excited for this, and just fingers crossed that because usually when I'm excited for stuff, the dramas don't turn out well. So I'm just hoping that it doesn't disappoint.
Let's hope E doesn't jinx it.
Yeah, I know. I'm always jinxing stuff. Okay, and then like the next one, you can take this. Like this one, you can.
Okay, so I'm actually going to cover two of them together because they're both Chalden dramas. So for those who don't know, Chalden is the director of The Longest Day in China, and he is a film cinematographer turned drama director, and his dramas have really just been really high quality in terms of the cinematography, and for The Longest Day in China in terms of the quality as well. And he has two dramas that are hopefully going to air next year. One is Huang Lie, which is stars Qin Hao and is it Ying Feng? Ying Feng, right?
Yeah, I think it's Infang.
Ying Feng. And I think this is Qin Hao's first project after The Bad Kids. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Ying Feng is also a very solid actor. A lot of international viewers may know him from Better Days. He was the policeman in there. And that's going to be a police drama. So I'm really intrigued by that one due to the cast and director combination. And then there's also The Last Goodbye to Mama, which is also co-directed by Cao Dun. And it stars Ying Fang and Dong Jie.
Hang on,
And
let me
that one is
invent
going to
it.
be like a family drama. It's about a mother and son relationship. It's actually really interesting because the two actors don't actually have a huge age difference. So it'll be really
But you
interesting.
guys see like from wait, did I not save that? No, I think I did, but like it's further down.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like jumping out of order.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so like but very obviously they made Dong Jie look a lot older.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think I just wanted to like gush about like Cao Dun's cinematography because he did the horrible mess of Novoland, Tribes and Empires, but the cinematography for that was insane. Like I don't know if you guys remember it, but like back when I think this was like in 2017 when I first started DP. That drama came out then, like Tribes of Empire. It was the very first Novoland, and it was the cinematography and like the trailer for that was insane. Like a lot of people were dubbing it as like, oh, the Chinese Game of Thrones, much as I hate that, but a lot of people were calling it that, and unfortunately the drama did not live up to expectations. But it said that because like he kind of ran out of budget, and it was
He ran
crazy.
out of
Like
budget like several times apparently.
yeah, and like he had to take loans, and like I don't think he could even like recoup the losses. But anyway,
Yeah, that's why they like stretched the drama out to like 70 episodes.
yeah, so like honestly, Tribes and Empires, if you guys don't know of it, and like if you want to torture yourself with like the potential of what it could be, go and check it out. It's pretty long as well, but if not, just go check out like the trailer, because the trailer, I think it's honestly still one of my favorite drama trailers. Like it is absolutely stunning, and like the soundtrack and everything is just stunning. And like I'm really glad for him that he actually made The Longest Day in Chang'an work, because I honestly believe that his cinematography like really needs a lot more attention. And after like Longest Day of Chang'an, he actually did like really well, because like the latest With You, which is the pandemic drama with like 10 different stories, he did one of the segments for that, and the way that he did his camera work with like the slow motions and stuff, like to pan out the emotions, that was really nicely done as well. It was like, if you guys want to check it out, it's on YouTube and it has English subtitles, and it is the segment, I can't remember the name, but it's a segment that's starring Zhu Yawen, Xu Lu. I think Zhu Yawen and Xu Lu. Yeah. So you guys can check that out. But yeah, I just really I can't stop gushing over Tribes and Empires, but yeah, unfortunately, you know, it was like the drama itself was just a mess, because they just tried to, like, I think he tried to do too many things, and yeah, it just didn't work out.
I also
And
think he like didn't know how to budget properly because it was like his first drama of such a big production. He didn't really understand how to budget properly. He probably learned a lot from it. So
yeah, and I think it's like the typical problem of like a person, like a creative person who's, you know, also going into production and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, we're really like huge fans and pretty excited for his dramas.
yeah, and the next one is one we actually talked about already because it came up in the question, Blossoms Shanghai, which is directed by Wang Kar-wai, which his first drama, and it's also the return of Hu Ge to Dramaland. However, given how Wang Kar-wai usually works pace-wise, I'm actually going to be shocked if we see this in 2021. So
yeah, are they even done filming?
I don't even know. Like, there's been nothing on it. So
yeah, I think like apart from the announcement, they like released like 2 posters. This was like the latest one, and then one of the one that they had they saw Tang Yan filming. There was like literally no news about it. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. You can't rush creative people with their work.
yeah.
Okay, the next one.
The next one. Okay, so this one I feel like can go 2 ways. So it's My Heroic Husband, and it stars Guo Qilin and Song Yi. And why I say this can go 2 different ways is because the story for this is actually I think it'll be really refreshing and funny.
Yeah.
It's about entrepreneurships and historical times, but it's in a way that's really lighthearted and just like heartwarming and comedic with a comedic tilt. However, the cast for it, Song Yi and Guo Qilin are the leads, and they played siblings in Joy of Life.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the dramas where it might really feel weird if they don't do it properly. It might feel like you're watching like a weird spoof of Joy of Life because they put so many Joy of Life cast members in this, including the 2 leads, and it kind of has like a similar tone as well.
Yeah.
So like I'm really hyped for it, but I'm also really a little bit wary because of how much crossover there is with Joy of Life, even though the stories have nothing to do with each other.
And it's just generally really hard to do like comedies, I feel, without being, like too over the top or too like 刻意, like how do you say, intentional with it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. And then the next one that we're really looking forward to, more Jay than me actually.
Yeah, so octogenarians in the 90s. This one has Beijing teen Wu Qian.
I think Tian, I think.
Okay, and Ya Hong, and it's about a young person born in the 90s who runs a retirement home. And
Yeah.
honestly, like it just looks really heartwarming, and it's like kind of story that I really like, which is why I have my eye on it. And also, Ni Hong is a phenomenal actor, and the two leads are very solid as well.
Yeah, and I don't think I think this is the first that we've seen this kind of topics being like
Yes.
done into like a drama.
Mhm.
So yeah, it will be interesting. And then we've done The Last Goodbye, and then My Treasure.
My
Yeah, this one-
Treasure is one I
one.
think it's flown under the radar because I think you forgot about it as well.
Yeah. I completely no. I think because you were doing all the postings, so like I
Oh
honestly
yeah,
didn't
that's
know
true.
this was
I was
happening.
posted about it. Yeah. So this one is a family drama again. It's you can see the theme. Both of us I think actually really like family dramas. This one is about a mother and daughter relationship. It stars Liu Mingtao and Wen Qi, and also Roy Cho as well. But it's centered around the mother and daughter pair. And from the trailer and from the posters we've seen so far, it just looks really heartwarming and nice. And I'm really intrigued in how that the actors will have a chemistry between them. The two lead actors, Liu Mingtao and Wen Qi, who are both actresses that we really, really like.
Yeah.
And I just see a lot of potential for it.
Yeah. And the last two, so like this one I can take it because like I'm horribly excited for this one. Like Suteng, which is rattan, like literally like rattan, like the rattan tree, I think. So this one I'm really, really excited for because I was excited for this mainly because of like I will be really shallow and say like the costuming on Jing Tian is exquisite. Like she's like a rattan spirit. I think there was like she's a spirit that's like trapped in a rattan tree. I'm not very sure about that. But so basically she was from like the Republican era, and then like back into like forwarding into like the modern times. Zhang Binbin was the one who like unleashed her or something. So something along the lines of that. And as you can tell, I didn't really look up like the plot a lot because I was really just like really, really looking at the costuming for Jing Tian, which is like, all like the Republican, like the tea house and everything. And it's so good. And like Jing Tian looks absolutely amazing in this one. And like I've always liked Jing Tian as an actress, but like from Glory of Tang Dynasty, but her follow-up works haven't been really exciting for me personally. And like this one came out, I was just like really, really excited about it. And the trailer for this looks really good. Like the way they mesh together like the fantastical elements as well as from like the past, her back in the Republican days, as well as like moving forward to modern times, like from just what little they actually showed of us in the trailer, it looks really, really interesting. Like both the plot as well as the whole like looks and cinematography of the whole drama. So I'm really crossing my fingers that I don't jinx this because I really want this to be good. So yeah.
And it's supposed to be coming soon, so stay tuned. Apparently it's aiming for a January release.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And then the last one that we have on our list, I don't have I have photos. So for this one, it's called Fall in Love.
It's also our shallow side coming out.
It's what?
It's our shallow side coming out.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's our shallow side coming out. So this one, honestly, I don't even know what's going on with the drama, to be honest. I have no idea what the synopsis is, and
it's a revenge drama, I think.
Okay, I'll just ignore that. But yeah, I mean, it's a Republican drama, and I actually don't watch Republican dramas. Yeah, I don't know why. It just doesn't appeal to me. So I don't watch Republican dramas, but I'm really looking forward to this one because I'm extremely shallow, and look at them. They look so good. Let me just rotate this. Look at them. Okay, so like Zhang Xingyi is a young actress that I really like before she debuted and after she debuted, her performance in Run for Young was I wouldn't say that it's like exceptional or anything, but she managed to deliver like a good performance. So, and Chen Xingxu is coming off from like Donggong. He had Goodbye My Princess. He had another drama like a commemoration one with Hu Bingqing that just aired and ended earlier. But yeah, this is like essentially his like next work after those. So I'm honestly not sure when it's going to air, but they just look so good together. And yeah, I'm sorry. I honestly don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say other than they look great together. And like, I think a lot of people are just like gushing over that because yeah, they look great together. And
I think I did read the plot because I remember I posted it on Rumors when it first was rumored, and it seems interesting. But like, honestly, it's the visuals that probably are sucking. And it's not just us that are gushing over the visuals. Like, we've seen it a lot on our feed because of the visuals in this drama.
Yeah, and there have been quite a lot of leaks for this one as well. So like the supporting cast is Lin Yanjun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. And I think that's his debut drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like he's from Produce. I don't know. One of these
no, Idol Producer.
Yes, one of those. Yeah. So so that is all for like our section, and like for today. I actually don't know how to wrap this up. But yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, Chen has that other drama with Lee. Oh, I forgot about that.
Wait, which one?
It's like what is it called? It's the Rocket Army or Rocket Military.
Oh, right. The Special Forces one? No,
it's like the Rocket whatever one.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 other guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know when that is going to air, but yeah, I mean,
Arsenal Military Academy is a Republican drama.
Yeah, it is. That one is one of like, I feel like we don't get a lot of dramas like Arsenal Military Academy as well, because it's more of like lighthearted and it's set in like the campus but in Republican times. So yeah, we don't really get much of that. But Arsenal Military Academy, I think, did pretty well, like both China and internationally. It has this like small following and stuff. So yeah, that one is pretty much I did pretty well. So yeah, that is like the end of our session.
Our 3-hour live stream session. Thanks so much for hanging with us.
Yeah, we honestly didn't expect this to go on so long, but yeah, I think it took like a lot longer. And hope you guys like have enjoyed it. I don't know, we were actually planning to if you guys like do like it and want us to like do more, I honestly don't know what we're gonna be talking about the next time if we do this, but yeah, we were planning to like possibly have more sessions like this, but we honestly haven't worked out like the details. And yeah, and this was like just the easiest way for us to do this because we don't have anything like professional equipment and stuff. So and we were lazy to edit, so like we didn't want to do like podcasts and stuff. So if you guys do have any suggestions, just let us know like what you guys want to see. But we had fun like talking about like all of this and also like looking at the comments. I'm just glad we had people here.
Yeah, I was telling E, my goal was to have 10 people, so I'm really appreciative of everybody who stuck with us today.
We went above your goal. We had 30 just now. We had 40 just now.
Exactly.
So we went 400% over your goal.
No, but thank you so much for bearing with us. This is our first time doing something like this. Like both of us are really inexperienced in this area, in terms of talking on a live stream. So thank you very much for just being patient with us, and we apologize for any roughness along the way. But hopefully you found it informative and helpful and interesting.
Yeah, and as usual, like you can drop us like questions. Our DMs are always open. We don't usually get to them very quickly, but if you guys have any questions, just let us know, or you can just drop it on Curious Cat. Apologies if we don't get to them immediately, just because it's been really hectic. Oh, and like one last thing, like we do have like plans to update, like share more on our website. So that's why we actually like got a proper website and stuff. So we're planning to like do more stuff. And for those of you guys who have seen, we have done like the first impressions one. I am late to submit my second first impressions, but we will have like the second one coming up today, hopefully, if not tomorrow. Yeah, so if you guys have like any suggestions on like what you guys want to see, let us know. But yeah, we just kind of wanted to share more of like our opinions, and as like, you know, more people come on to see dramas, we wanted to share also more about like the industry. So like, I don't know how much you guys know about the industry or how much you guys want to know about the industry, but I feel like there's it's one of the stuff that like we always talk about when we chat with each other, and we wanted to kind of share more about that. I'm rambling. Okay, yes.
No, it's great. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, E, for honestly for so I just want to give a quick kudos to E. For people who don't know, she's the founder of Dramapotatoe, and it's taken so much dedication and work on her end to keep it up all these years. So I just want to sort of give her a spotlight real quick for that. So thanks.
No, you make it sound so official.
No, it is official though. You did amazing work for creating it. So
no, like I didn't even know, like I had no plans for this. Like I just started this because there was nothing like it. So like honestly, I'm like really glad that the two of us are running this together, because like it's funny because it's crazy how similar we are in terms of like taste. Although like I handle more of the drama sometimes and Jay handles more of the films, just because she knows a lot more about films and I know nothing because I don't really watch films. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, I am glad I found you. So
I'm glad about you too.
okay.
But anyways, happy holidays to everyone, whatever you're celebrating.
Yeah. And thank you for staying with us so far. And I think it'll be a really busy like New Year's Eve. I think there will be a lot of postings. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that and more stuff hopefully coming up from our website soon. And yeah, we just end it from here.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye. How do I end this? Wait. No, do I just wait the send button? Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.